Man, I done messed up. Trying to invite people to the chat. God dog it, man. This is terrible. Ellen, I suck at technology. I'm up here trying to add people to the chat from a phone. I leave it from a phone, then it turns around and leaves it from it leaves. Man, I need to holler at South Coast Kane. QB, what's up? I need to holler at South Coast Kane because I need to get my tech skills up. Now this, you know what? I'm gonna try this again. Here we go. Yes, South Coast, I need to holler at you, man, about I need to borrow your executive producer because I just messed up a live. I had the thumbnail, everything together and all that good stuff like that. Trying to get people in the chat. So let me see. I'm gonna try this again from my phone. Look at the feedback is gonna do the same thing again, but I'm gonna try this again. Just in case someone wants to enter the chat. You know what I mean? Jump on screen. So just bear with me. I know what I need to do. I'm gonna mute it. I'm gonna turn my camera off. Okay. Let's see if we can do that. Copy. Then we'll go to the chat. Post comment. All right. There it is. Did it work? Okay. Oh, dang it. Hold up. I'm gonna do this again. I don't post the Bruh, this is terrible. Let me try this again. We're gonna get to it. Just bear with me. Well, South Coast, hey, I'm gonna need a tutorial on how to do this. I'm using my MacBook, well, my wife MacBook, should I say, and I don't know how to add stuff like I need to. So we're gonna try this again from my phone. Then we're gonna get to it. I don't want to hold y'all up too long. So just bear with me. Okay, okay, all right. Let's try this one more time. Post comment. There we go. All right. Get that out the way. So, um, anyway, be back at it. So, Coach Hayes, I wanted to ask him about how do you add like little videos and stuff to to the channel, well, to the live stream and stuff like that. So he told me what I need to do. What's up, brother Jay? So, let me know what y'all think, right? So these are my introductions to this, right? So I appreciate each and every one of you that has subscribed, everyone that has commented on the videos and all that good stuff like this. And I stop and I think to myself, I say, well, why do people like to hear what I have to say? You know what I mean? And so this the only thing I can come up with right here. So back for the cocaine, it came back face. Y'all came back for the base. I guess I'm the base. You know what I mean? I guess I'm the base. So y'all came back for the base. So shout out to G Money. You know what I mean? Shout out to G Money. So um there's a lot of speculation going on right now. I want to go ahead and kind of get my little videos out the way first. Let me know what y'all think about them. And the insiders are back out. Their uncle knows the janitor at these particular schools. All this got third period with them. And this is my what comes to my mind when I hear some of these individuals.
I said, Dr. King. He said, oops, I thought you were somebody else. Oh, man, you lying. You ain't never met Martin Luther King. Knocked the wind out of me. Yes, it did. No, it didn't. Yes, he did. No, he did not.
They talk like they know Martin Luther King, man. Y'all don't know these people, man. Now, bear with me. Some of the individuals, they do not they be on their stuff, right? I don't want that to ruffle any feathers. Because some people do know what they're talking about. But a lot of y'all out here talking like y'all met Martin Luther King. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what's going on. Y'all know what's going on. So get back to the recruiting class. I feel honored because someone sent me some information. Like they sent me a live video of Mario Cristobal and Ryan Day interacting. Uh, need to go visit Justin Scott. Hey, check this out.
We got a 5-minute break now, Corey, and then we got a chip. So come on, here we don't struggle. Get in there. Here we go.
Stuffed Ryan Day in the locker. Did y'all listen? Listen. He put him in the locker, and that same person that sent me that they sent me some more live footage. I don't know how this person getting all this live footage. They sent me some more live footage of Mike Norvell. You know what I mean? You know they still been crying about being left out of the playoffs, but they said after the Armando Blunt situation, hey, they said, look, bro, this is don't show this to nobody, but I gotta show it to y'all because we family. This is what they sent me from Mike Norvell's house. Wow, look at this, look at this. Bruh, filthy work by Mike Norvell. I want to see that again. I want to see it again. Mike, listen, look, the people in the background, those are his friends and family. Mike Norvell threw like a little party because they thought they were gonna clean up, and bruh, party just went left quick. Bruh, that's crazy. I'm just telling you, bro. Hey, what you say? Sound like a kid with a new toy. Hey, I'm telling you. Hey, I gotta give it. Hey, shout out to Coach Hayes, bro. He, he put me on it, but it was some software that I had used before, and so I had to get this kind of stuff kind of converted over. So yeah, it works out. But yeah, that's the type I want to add to my stuff. I learned a new trick. I'm like, hey, Ellen, I promise I don't. You should have seen me when I got these uploaded. I said, bruh, I got it. Bruh, I love it. I love it. Um, I got showable time. I got showable time. Just listen, Ryan Day. Like, I hope you don't press charges on Coach Cristobal. I hope you don't.
We got a 5-minute break now,
I hope
Corey,
you
and
don't.
then we got a chip. So come on, here we don't struggle. Get in there. Here we go.
I hope you do not press charges on Coach Cristobal for stuffing him in the locker like that. So, with that being said, what we got going on here? Now I gotta figure out how we get back, how we scroll up the comments and stuff. Um, okay, there we go. There goes the little thing I'm looking for right there. So what's going on? P-Lo said McGahee the greatest kind of all time. How we miss out on? I don't know, but you know what? I look at it the same way because Adrian James' son is going to Howard. Uh, Frank Gore's son going to Southern Miss. So to be honest, the Devin Hester's son, I think he's going to Furman. Or he has I think he's not able to go to college yet, or maybe it's his oldest son. I don't know. But to be honest with you, man, these alumni kids that have turned around and commit back to Miami, I don't know any of them that have worked out. You know what I mean? I mean, this kind of coincides with recruiting, but I don't know any of them that have worked out. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, R.P. Ray Lewis' son, um, Alonzo Highsmith's son didn't work out. Michael Irvin's son didn't work out. I mean, I don't know. You know what I mean? So Sometimes it works, sometimes it hasn't worked out in our favor, to be honest with you. So I don't know, but like I say, Willis is my favorite player of all time. Miami. So he's my favorite player. I follow Willis' career from Buffalo all the way to the Ravens, everything like that. So I love Willis. QB, I'm glad you said that. I when I said the janitors, I wanted to stop for a second because I was like, bro, I can't say nothing about janitors after Josh Gaddis. I can't say nothing. Uh, we got some of Coach Hayes' famous cane juice as well, so we're gonna get lit tonight. It's gonna be a good show. So anyway, IMAX, what is good? Brother Jay said FSU and quote ACC. Yeah, we'll see how that works out. Well, what is this? Who's going to Nebraska? Oh, Wiz McGahee. Oh yeah, because Wiz McGahee's son is he's a linebacker. Yeah, he's going to Nebraska. So anyway, um, me if I didn't be somewhat different or give a different look at the situation. So Miami Hurricanes, we rack up. Yeah, thank God it is Friday. Yeah, thank God it is Friday. So historic Miami Hurricane recruiting class, historic. 247 has just like a third ranked recruiting class. Was able to make some massive flips down down the end of the stretch. Seemed to be in a good spot with Jeremiah Smith. Even though he ultimately opted to stay with his commitment to Ohio State, which is I don't really have a problem with that. You know what I mean? Because I think you got to look at it. I look at it from this vantage point, right? If the first and Jeremiah Smith was committed here, and we've put so much. What'd you say, side coach? Rather small cup. Hey man, I ain't got no orange cups. Hey, you know what? Nick, hey, we need to tell Coach Hayes he needs to add it to the website because I ain't never seen no orange solo cups before. So I don't know what he did. So that's what that is, you know what I mean? So we need some orange ones. Brother Jay, hey, cheers. JJ lied to our face, said he had two hats in the bag. I mean, he may have. I don't really know. But getting back to that, from this particular standpoint, if the University of Miami had invested that resources into a player that stayed committed throughout the stretch, having to weave through all of well, he may flip here, he may flip there, and all this stuff like that. And then for them to get to National Signing Day and actually flip, um, we would be upset. You know what I mean? We'd be upset. But at the end of the day, I'm not upset. I'm not upset with him sticking to his commitment because that's what a commitment is supposed to be. If I say I'm committed to a particular school, then that's what it should be. I think a lot has, you know, some people kind of be hypocritical about stuff because again, putting in our vantage point, if we have a that says, hey, look, I'm 1,000% committed to Miami, and then they flip later, then we kind of like, oh well, see, this is the problem. Kids don't know what a commitment is, and they quick to run and all this stuff like that. It's like, nah. So from that vantage point, I respect it. I hate that he left. I see some people are already drawing that Dalvin Cook Joe Yearby comparison because obviously Joe Yearby, um, we got Joe Yearby, and then Dalvin Cook went to Florida State, and I think some people looked at it and said, hey, we got shafted on it, even though at the time, we tried to say both guys were 50-50. You know what I mean? Like I said, I judge guys once they make it a green tree. So I think JoJo Trey should turn out fine. You know what I mean? If you get the proper coaching, if you utilize the right way. So I don't know. And then at the same time, I don't think it's fair to JoJo to compare JoJo to a freak of nature. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think that's fair to say that. Because I think it overvalues the value that JoJo can bring to the to a program. If you want to compare him to like a generation, which is what most people have said about Jeremiah Smith. So at the end of the day, no one should expect JoJo to be able to do all of the things that Jeremiah Smith can do. If we're talking about if both guys were to reach their full potential, JoJo could match what Jeremiah Smith can do. But that being said, I don't want to get too caught up on that because people have talked about that, ad nauseum. And again, like I said, it wouldn't be me if I didn't be a little different. Faith said, try Party City to store for. Okay, Walmart has them around Halloween. Okay, okay. Gay Shy said, hey, might as well. Might as well. Hey, it's a celebration. Somebody put it in the chat. It's a celebration. You know what I'm saying? Celebration. So again, cheers again to everyone in the chat. I put the link in there, man. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, I'm like South Coast, I like to hear myself talk, but hey, somebody wants to, what I'm saying, hop on or whatever, the link is in there. You know what I'm saying? Don't be a stranger. You know what I'm saying? But what does it do for the trajectory of the program? Bringing in a class like this, after bringing in a seventh ranked class last year. Again, I like to wait to see till things get the green tree. You know what I mean? That's always been my mindset because one of the things that I'm not gonna get caught up in the moment. One of the things that I've seen countless Miami Hurricane fans say throughout the years is it's never been the talent, it's been the coaching, right? So with that mindset, I never lost track of that mindset. I never did. And I see some people put the cart before the horse in a lot of instances when they say, "Well, hey, national championship teams they have this blue chip ratio and that blue chip ratio," and it's like, "Well, bro, first of all, let's slow down. What does it take to compete for the Coastal? I mean, well, what does it take to compete for the ACC? Let's start there first, and then after that, build on to something greater, which is a national title. And obviously, it is expanded to 12. It's going to expand to 12 teams next year. I'm talking too fast. God dang. Can't just bang. Hope Coach Hayes don't get copyright for using his slang, his terminology, but he ain't patented it, so whatever. But, but yeah, I mean, what did it take to compete for the ACC? Let's start there first, right? I think countless years we've talked about the talent has been there, the coaching has at least for the first time in at least since 2017, right? I don't want to go back 20 some odd years because I think people get too enamored with saying, oh, well, 20 years ago, 25 years. No, let's go back to 2017. I think this is the first time since 2017 that we can say that, hey, look, we have competent, coaches. And we saw what the company staff did in 2017. It just Biden like enter Miami newest player Luis Suarez. I'm actually you gotta let me know what that means. I don't really watch soccer, so you gotta let me know what that means. I'm gonna tell you something funny though. I like horror movies, right? So I was watching an old movie today called the town that's afraid of the dark or the town something anyway. But anyway, that was one of the things that the kid he like. Man, I don't know if I can say that. One of the things the antagonist did in the movie was he would bite his victims. You know what I'm saying? So that's what that is. Mario came, and now talent was the issue. QB dog, we right here. QB, I promise you, dog, we right here. Hey, I'm telling you, just watch Miss Chuckers Part 10. Creepy. Oh yeah, studio. You told me about that. I gotta check that out. The studio, I don't know if I want to check that out, bro, because you got me a little scared because I done heard some horror stories out here. I'm not even gonna lie, but anytime I try to you stole his cane juice. Ellen, Ellen, everybody else taking stuff from him. Why not? South Coast is in the building. South Coast, you there? Is my stuff up? Hmm. Stop coach you there?
Stop coach there.
Might be there. I know he said he's at work. I got my stuff turned up. But he's not muted. Anyway. So yeah, Ellen laugh. Yeah. Everybody else taking stuff from him. So hey, why not? It's biting. On mute. I don't have him on mute. He dropped out. I don't know. Maybe it's something that I got going on. Cause like I said, I got my phone over too, but I couldn't hear it. Anthony's here.
Hey, what's up, bro?
Okay, we can hear you. Okay. I thought there was something going on my end. What's going on, brother? What is going on?
I'm good. I'm getting very antsy though with this not having a starting quarterback.
South Coast is back. All right. Well, we like the dream team. This is how we had last week. You know what I'm saying? We had a run last week. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, and honestly, I'm kind of excited. The one guy that we're not giving enough respect to because he's not our fan base doesn't give him enough respect because of the ranking he has is Jud Anderson. Honestly, he's my favorite prospect. I expect greatness from the top guys, but this kid is underrated, to be honest. Oh, hello?
Okay. I mean,
South Coast dropped off again.
Yeah, he dropped off again. He said he was at work. I remember he said on his live that he was gonna be at work during his hours. But as long as he listens, it's all.
So do you agree with me that Jud is probably one of the more underrated kids on the offensive side, of the skilled position players?
I mean, I like I said too much about Jud. I know that he did switch schools mid-season and had a pretty good year. So, I mean, we probably could say he's underrated, but what I'll say about that is it depends on what it is that we're looking for Jud to do. Underrated. That's the way I look at it. So I don't think anyone is. Maybe
I'm not expecting them to do any greatness. I'm just.
Yeah.
People are expecting us to get the reason why I'm saying our fan base didn't really take him seriously is because we were expecting to get an Aaron Nolan or something like that, and they just ignore this kid's talent and stuff like that. That's what I mean by underrated. Our fan base was expecting to get a bigger quarterback than like an Aaron Nolan or like a Dylan Raiola, like at the top level and stuff like that.
Okay. Well, yeah, from that vantage point, then yeah, he will be considered underrated. I'm glad you. I see. I just made a comment about the talent, and I see workforce. Let's see about this. You can't compare Now's talent with CMR or Danny Miaz's talent. What do you think about that? You feel that's a factual statement? Let me put it back up there.
Well, Manny was. I'm not defending Manny, but he was scouting his evaluation of talent. Mark Richt, I trusted his evaluation of talent. Manny was iffy, when evaluating talent, and I can see what he's saying that it's unfair to compare the talent, and I can see where he's coming from. Manny or Mark Richt really didn't have enough money. The previous regimes weren't giving them money to put scouting into scouting these players and stuff like that.
Yeah, but the thing, and I see King Cal said talent was a big issue. My thing is this, I think on paper, and games are not won on paper. Games are won. But on paper and from a recruiting standpoint, yes, this Miami has not been this talented on paper probably since maybe
Randy
'05,
Shannon.
'06. I'm not even gonna
Is
say
that
Randy
Randy?
Shannon. No, Randy was here. Randy got here in '06, '07. That was his first year. So that's why I said like '05, '06, because those were kind of the tail end of the
Of
Coker
Butch
year.
Davis.
No, that was Larry Coker. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, no, Butch guys. So on paper, that's the case. So, but it still goes back to the what it is. It's about coaching. Are we going to be able to help the guys? I know it's been a while since, again, on paper, we've had this type of talent in the
Mm-hmm.
building. But again, the thing that prevents talent in the building from getting to the heights that we wanted them to get to,
Development.
it went back down to coaching. It went back down to development. You know what I mean? And so that's what I'm looking to see. All right, Lakers all day is
Did Manny have a few?
Um,
This is a question. I thought Manny had a few on his teams. Didn't he have like 5 or 6 5-star guys on that team? Like I thought Chicolo was a 5-star pass rusher.
You mean who? You said Manny? No, that was played for Al Golden.
I thought Manny had no. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying 5-star specifically, but I thought Manny had a few high-rated guys on that defensive line that he didn't develop well.
No, he didn't. Manny had a lot.
As the
Manny's
defensive
early
coach.
success. What I was saying was Manny's success came from, some guys
You're cutting
that
in and out,
to get. I'm still cutting in and out.
Yeah, you every time you talk, it's like I hear every other word.
Am I good? I have to do
Mm.
this from my phone. Let me see.
Do you have a?
Let me do this from.
Do you have a? I have a question. Do you have a tablet or a laptop?
I'm gonna do it from my phone. Give me a second. I might have to. Dang, it's terrible. That noise is so annoying. Can you hear that noise?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. If I do that.
Shad, you know what you should do? Drop in and drop out. Like
Okay, we back. Am I good
okay.
now?
Yeah,
you're
you're good.
good.
Yeah.
Hey, Anthony, let me tell you something, bro. You know what I'm saying? Look, bro, we have our quarterback. Our quarterback is Ja'Cory Brown, okay? I mean, everybody wants this Ward guy, but guess what? That's the freaking big name that everybody wants just because what did he do? Like, do anybody know what he did? Because I don't know what he did. You know what I'm saying? Just because y'all see highlights, just because he's the big name right now, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody wants him. You know what I'm saying? A year ago, nobody knew who he was, right?
Yeah, nobody.
Nobody knew. Okay. So guess what? Stop trying to get the big name quarterback. We have a quarterback. My quarterback is Jacoby Brown. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? I'm going in with him from the bowl game. You know what I'm saying? And if he wants to stay, that's my quarterback. I'm riding out with him until he goes to the NFL. I'm not. What?
Or Emery. Don't forget Emery.
Yeah. That too. I'm not going ahead and go get no freaking Ward because guess what? Did anybody know? Did like any one of y'all who knew Ward who was Ward was until now, right?
We didn't
Nobody
know who
knew.
Howard was either.
Okay, so it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why do we always want these guys just because, like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all see a highlight of the guy.
Our fans have lack of patience. That's what it is, Lakers.
Well, then just like my Lakers, right? I'm a Laker fan, right?
Mm-hmm.
And every time like a big name player comes out in the trade or free agency market, my Lakers are trying to get him. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with the Miami with the Miami Hurricanes. When Ward comes out, talk about, oh, who is this Ward guy? Everybody watches highlights. Everybody say, oh my God, he's so great. Y'all said the same thing with King. I was like, oh my God, King is so great. And what King did,
Nothing.
he didn't bring you to no national championship. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, Lakers. You know why people want Ward? I'm
Why?
gonna say this. It's because his skill set fits our like his his athletic ability and his throwing. His throwing fits what Dawson wants in his quarterback. That's why people want Ward. It's not. It's not the highlights. It's more the fit of his talent. His talent
But
as a
how?
quarterback.
But how do you know that? I mean, y'all just going what y'all see. Like y'all, I think y'all just going on. I think y'all just doing that because you're saying y'all see him playing great now. You know what I'm saying? Like just like King. You know what I'm saying? King was. You know what I'm saying? Y'all had King and y'all was praising about King. So, oh, King is this, King is that. What King did for us, he didn't do nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I know that Ja'Cory Brown will be a good quarterback. And if he leaves the Miami Hurricanes, he's going to go ahead and he's going to be a great quarterback for somebody else.
Yeah. No, I understand what you're saying, but
Come on, man.
I'm okay with Ja'Cory or Emery and stuff like that, and I'm patiently waiting for what we can do with a guy like Jud Anderson or whatever. The
Yeah, I
two
mean,
young
like,
kids that
why
we have
can't?
following.
Okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, look, why can't we build our quarterbacks like Alabama did? You know what I'm saying? They got their three quarterbacks, Tua, Hurts, and that dude
Well,
from
Hurts
Patriots. Why
came
can't?
from Alabama. Actually, Hurts came from Oklahoma with Lincoln Riley.
Well, I'm saying when Hurts was in Alabama, you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like that's how they build their quarterbacks. So why
Mm-hmm.
can't we build our quarterbacks like that? But why do we always need the transfer quarterback to come in and be the man? Why can't we have Ja'Cory Brown? You know what I'm saying? Ja'Cory Brown is 6'6", what 6'5", 6'6", 6'4", right? He can throw the ball deep. He can run. You see him running. He can throw the ball. The coach is out here talking about that he's playing great in practice. You know what I'm saying? He's focused for this bowl game.
Mm-hmm.
But then everybody over here talking about Ward. Why are you talking about Ward for? You have a quarterback.
Yeah.
But guess
No,
what? Y'all
I
just
want
don't
to see
know.
what War. I
Mhm.
want to see what Ja'Cory has, but you know what that is the lack of impatience. They don't have pay. Like it's sports fans you guys agree with this? Might
Mhm.
agree with this. It's sports fans in general. They have a lack of patience with waiting for these kids to develop. Hold up,
Man,
King.
I mean, I understand that, IMAX, but I'm just saying, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, did you see King taking us anywhere? Like before he got hurt? No, I didn't see him because like he didn't show me he was good, but he wasn't that elite quarterback that could take
He
us
wasn't consistent.
to the national championship. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? We don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, we don't know what Corey Brown can do. He might can take this team to the national championship. We never know until guess what? We have to let this dude come in here and be our QB1. Stop trying to go ahead and take this. You know what I'm saying? The next dude in the portal. Nah, bro. That's
Yeah,
not how it
no,
works.
and Lakers. What I base my evaluation. I know we haven't seen him play games, but when you look at his skill set, like Ja'Cory's skill set, I think his skill set fits like these triple option offenses way better than a traditional like like that's what he ran coming out of high school, a triple option and stuff like that. So I think that's what people are basing it off. That his skill set really does not fit a traditional spread like these spread or like the offense what type of offense these run and shoot offenses that you see that a guy like Dawson runs and stuff like that. The Mike Leach type of offenses and stuff like that. His skill set really does not fit the. That's what people are basing it off of. Like his tape coming out of college, high school specifically, does not fit what the skill set that Dawson looks for in a quarterback because of the offense he ran coming out of high school, which was triple option. This is why I'm saying I think it would benefit him if he balls out to transfer to a school that runs that type of offense, like a Navy or somewhere like these triple option offenses in college and stuff like.
I mean, I think he's not going to Navy, bro. With his talent, bro, he's not going to no be a quarterback for Navy.
No, I'm saying I'm not. I'm just using Navy as an example. Those type.
But I understand, bro. But I don't know, bro. Like I think he has that Lamar Jackson effect. You know what I'm saying? He has the talent,
like Michael Vick. Like
no,
that
I'm saying
type?
Lamar Jackson effect. You know what I'm saying? When Lamar Jackson was over there at Louisville, when he was over there doing his thing, you know what I'm saying? And nobody knew what kind of quarterback he's going to be. But then after that, look, you know what I'm saying? He went up against Deshaun Watson, and look, everybody loves him now, right? So let's just over here see what Brown can do. You know what I'm saying? And if he does great, then you know what I'm saying, we have to keep him and ride with him. That's all I'm saying.
You know, I understand both sides of this particular argument. The unique thing about this is that we've watched college football for a few years. Nick Marshall, quarterback for Auburn back in 2010. Nick Marshall started off as a defensive back. Well, not 2010, but 2013 when they played Florida State. So that's kind of my pushback about the whole ordeal when people say that Jakari is not a passer. It's like, bro, I literally watched a converted defensive back help lead a team to a national championship. So, and that Auburn team really wasn't just like that. You know what I mean? But he was able to do some things. And then on the other side of the coin, when we talk about bringing in, why can't we do this in terms of developing the quarterbacks that we have? I think that college football has sped up so fast to the point where prior to the portal, prior to NIL, you could say, well, hey, look, coach, you got 5 years. You know what I mean? We're going to give you a full recruiting class, your full 4 classes plus a year to see what you get. But when you got guys that are going to the playoffs in year 2 and all of the money that's allocated into this, and this is something that my dog QB said. He said it on Twitter. He said it here in the chat. I've reiterated that. It's like, look, hey, if you're not what we think that you should be by year 2, then we're either going to recruit over you in terms of a high school player, or we're going to go get someone in the portal. Now, I think most people stated that when JB got here, that JB will be a 2 to 3 year, project, which that's fine. But the problem with that 2 to 3 year project situation is that Coach Cristobal started off his tenure 5-7, and then we're 7-5 now. So we need 9 to 10 wins next year. So it's kind of hard to say, well, hey, let's roll the dice with JB over what we may deem to be a proven product in a Cam Moore or even a Will Howard or even a KJ Jefferson, because it's like we don't have to do so much development. We can kind of just stick you in, let you learn the signals, and we can go. Whereas we may still have to fine-tune some things on JB. Because the interesting thing about this, and this goes back to what you just said, Lakers, and I 1,000%. Cam Ward has been playing collegiate football for 3 years. KJ Jefferson has been playing collegiate football for 3 or 4 years. Will Howard, the same. Well, Will Howard, this will be his 5th year next year. So those guys are developed, and it shows that, hey, this is what guys can look like, 4 to 5 years down the line. But it's just unfortunate that JB is in a situation right now where I think maybe if we'd have went 7-5 year 1 and maybe won 9 or 10 games this year, then you could kind of roll in with JB next year, because it's like, hey, look, we did it, but we like our guys. But when you 7-5 and 5-7, you kind of got you have to kind of do that at the most important position. But I agree with what both of you guys are saying, but that's just my outlook on it.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? I mean, I understand. I agree with you, you know what I'm saying? But like, it's like, bro, you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't have, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, like the Mario probably don't have time to wait. You know what I'm saying? The fans probably don't have time to wait, but we have to wait because you know what I'm saying. Like Mario is just getting this ball rolling with his recruiting. You know what I'm saying? Let's say we do get Ward or KJ, right? Guess what? They're not gonna be there. They're gonna be here this year, but next year they leaving. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when they leave, who's gonna be QB? You know what I'm saying? That's why I want JB to be our QB now, so we can, grow with him. And then when he's ready to the next stage for the NFL, then we have another quarterback to come in and, you know.
Yeah,
But that's why I want him. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like I'm tired of just getting this 1 year quarterback. You know what I'm saying? And then after that, oh, he leaves. And then now we have to go back to Emery, or now we have to go back to this freaking freshman quarterback and do it all over again.
yeah,
Why can't we just wait and just build with this quarterback we have now?
yeah. I mean, like I said, I mean, I agree with you on that particular point, but I just think it's just so much money tied up with things right now. You got the money paid to the coaching staff. You got NIL right now, and people want to see returns on their investment.
But
And
sure, but sure. Okay, look. Okay, you said the money and the NIL, right? Okay, so let's say that
okay,
let's say JB right comes out here like just balls out against Rutgers, right? And after
yeah,
that he is like okay, and then after that he stays with us, right? He's our QB1. So now Florida, that first game against Florida, he balls out again. You know what I'm saying? And then that he balls out again with the next game, again. Guess what? This NIL and all this money we're gonna get, it's because of him and because of the team. You feel me? We're gonna get the money. It's
yeah,
just that we have to see what quarterback we have because guess what? You know what I'm saying? Like money's gonna come if we what? If we win,
yeah,
if the players ball out, if Mario, you know what I'm saying, teaches these guys how to, teach them and learn them, like to, and make them understand that look, to get to the national championship, you have to win all your games and no mistakes, and you have to win out. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. Like we need to stop worrying about this freaking NIL deal and just look and just win games. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause guess what? The money's gonna be there. It's coming because well, guess what? Who are we? We are the Miami Hurricanes, bro. You know what I'm saying? People over here in freaking Hawaii. You know what I'm saying? They probably wear our stuff. You know what I'm saying? And we don't even know. You know what I'm saying? People in freaking Australia probably wear Unum gear, and we don't even know. You know what I'm saying? We're making money. We're making money when people are asleep. Because why? We're the Miami Hurricanes, so we have to stop. We have to stop that. You know what I'm saying? Let's just wait and let's see what's going on. Guess what? We're gonna make all that money back.
yeah. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
like I agree with what you're saying,
Mm-hmm.
and kind of goes back to what I said on one of my previous broadcasts, where I
Mm-hmm.
said, "Look, if you bring in a transfer portal quarterback,
Mm-hmm.
there's no competition." Now, the interesting thing about this is that Cam Ward is set to make his decision, or according to his father, he's set to make his decision by Christmas. So, if he makes his decision and say, "Hey, look, I'm coming to the University of Miami," JB can ball out. He can do whatever, he can do whatever it is that he wants him to do. But unfortunately, Cam Ward's gonna be the starter, and that's the messed up thing about it.
That's
Because
not that's not right, bro. I'm sorry. I don't like that, bro. 'Cause I
I
don't. I
I
don't. I don't like that.
agree. Because I'm gonna tell you why I agree. Because you made this same point about Derrick King. Now I don't completely agree with every point that you made about Derrick King, but what I
Mm-hmm.
will say about the Derrick King situation is I didn't like that situation either. Because Derrick King was brought in and there was no quarterback competition between Derrick King and N'Kosi Perry. There was no
Mm-hmm.
competition whatsoever. Derrick King came in. Derrick King was the winner of the job. N'Kosi Perry comes in against Oklahoma State in a valiant effort, helped fight us, have us fighting back to come back. And so we're kind of looking at it like, man, this was the offense that we needed all year. But I mean, that's kind of how you roll the dice. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
It kind of goes back to a point, standing on what something that you did say was Al Golden in 2014, when Brad Kaya steps in the building, steps in the summer. Ryan Williams is there, who's recovering from an ACL. Al Golden said, "Hey, look, we're gonna roll with a younger guy," and it kind of paid off, in essence to a little bit. But you could maybe say, "Hey, well, we could have probably avoided going 7-5 in 2014 if Ryan Williams had been the quarterback, because we wouldn't have had to go through those particular growing pains." So it's messed up either way you go, but unfortunately, college football is now business, and that's just the way it's gonna be. And like I said, I like JB, but like I said, I'm not gonna fanboy about a
Hmm.
quarterback. Just like my dog QB said, there's no guarantee that JB will ball out. That's a lot of ifs. It's a lot of ifs, right? If this happened, if this happened, but you know, unfortunately, like I said, I want him to do well in the ball game. I want us to win the ball game because it's still important. It still will give us 8 wins on the season, so that kind of looks better than 7-7. You know what I mean? But that's the way I look at it.
Yeah. Where's the South Coast Kane that is here?
I know South Coast said he was working. I don't know what type
Oh,
of
okay.
yeah. But so Lakers, what do you think about the recruiting class? Like I said, I don't really. I say it's an A grade because
Hmm.
again, you can grade this right now is on paper. So on paper, this is an A. So what do you think about the recruiting class? Do you feel like we hit on some positions that we were weak at?
Yeah, yeah. I feel like we did a good job. You know what I'm saying? We kind of we needed two more wide receivers. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like Trader and the other guy is going to be really good for us. You know what I'm saying? You never know. So like those kids might come out and they might start. You know what I'm saying? Because JoJo Trader is you know what I'm saying, a second coming of Smith. You know what I'm saying? They both was right there in high school together. So you know what I'm saying? We have a great wide receiver in Trader, and I feel like our D line. Shout out to Jason Taylor. You feel me? To have like a Hall of Fame DN that can he can help the young guys and get better. You know what I'm saying? And now you know what I'm saying, like our D line is gonna be great. You know, our linebackers is gonna be great. We just have to worry about the safeties. You know what I'm saying? Because I think we have some good corners, and I feel like our defense is gonna be good. It's just the safeties. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? I feel like if we would have, if James and Cam would have stayed, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like, you know what I'm saying, like if we still had this D line that we get and recruiting now, I feel like we would have had the best defense in the nation next game. Like when the season starts. But we have to worry. I feel like I have to worry about the safeties now. You
Okay.
know.
I'm glad you brought that up because that was that's I guess since the recruiting is not over, but for the
Hmm.
most part it is because you still got another signing day in February. So I guess we can kind of forecast or kind of look at maybe what next year looks like. And do you share the same opinion or same mindset about the safety room that you share about the quarterback in terms of you would rather just ride with the younger guys versus going to the portal and getting the older guy, or do you have a different mindset in terms of that?
I mean, you know what I'm saying. I feel like we probably need probably one or two older guys for their safeties. You know what I'm saying? Because like think right now, you know what I'm saying. I feel like what I'm saying we all had Cam, right? Cam was the leader of the defense, right? So who is gonna be our leader? Just like Cam's gonna. Okay, I'm just saying. I'm saying who is gonna be our leader now? You know what I'm saying, for the defense? Is it gonna be number 51? Oh, what's that dude name? What's his name?
Uh, Mary Noah.
Yeah, him. Is it gonna be him, or Bane? Is it gonna be Bane? You know what I'm saying? So I feel like we do probably need just another corner or safety. From the portal, because what I'm saying, it's not bad. What I'm saying, it's always good to get what I'm saying, like a defensive guy from the portal. What I'm saying, that can help out the young guys. That's his safety, that's corner, linebackers. But I feel like it's a good thing to go get. What I'm saying, those like older guys that what I'm saying, that been around the block. What I'm saying, that knows how to win games, and they can like teach the younger guys what to do.
Okay, so essentially, you don't share the same view.
Nah, yeah, I don't. No, I don't. Nah,
Okay.
nah,
No, I
I'm
mean, so
good.
what is it? What? Okay, let me ask you this then. Let me ask
Hmm.
you, because this is what I'm kind of interpreting from what you're saying.
Hmm.
You wouldn't necessarily be opposed to a transfer portal quarterback if you didn't feel like it would maybe push Jakari out the door, or am I?
Yeah. Hmm. Yeah.
That's okay. Well, yeah. So
Yeah, because
I didn't want to make it seem like you were contradicting yourself because I'm like,
no,
okay,
no, no,
yeah,
no.
quarterback, but I see what you're saying.
You
Like,
see what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. Okay. Oh, we on the same page now. Okay.
yeah, because
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of different between the defense and the quarterback situation. What I'm saying? The quarterback is the point guard of the team. You know what I'm saying? The defense is a collective of everybody. From safeties is everybody. The corners back everybody. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? Like, you always need a.
Hold on for 1 second, Lakers.
Mhm, mhm.
How do I get on the stream? Cool. I'm gonna put the link back in the chat. One more time. So um, I'll put it in the chat. All right, Lakers. You can finish your comment.
But yeah, you know what I'm saying. Like, I always, I mean, it's even with the quarterback too. You know what I'm saying. Like, if you have like an older quarterback, and let's say Jakari does stay, right? You
Yeah.
know, what I'm saying. Cam Ward can teach him, put him under his wing. You know what I'm saying. When Cam Ward leaves, right? Guess what? We gonna have Ja'Cory Brown. You
Yeah.
feel me? Coming in the wing and taking over this team, but in the situation, I thought that this year, I thought Brown, I thought it was going to be a quarterback battle between JB and TVD, right?
You didn't think.
So, no,
And
in my mind, I
no way.
really did.
No,
Listen. In my mind, I thought that was because let me tell you why, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
we all know what TVD did, not this year, but last year. We all know what he did, right? He stunk up the joint, right?
Yeah.
So if you know that he stunk up the joint, and you have Brown that played one game, probably two games last year with Florida State and Georgia, and what I'm saying, and Brown won you, beat Georgia for you. Why won't you have that quarterback battle? You
Let
feel
me
me?
let me ask you this though. Let me ask you this though.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but obviously we find out about this much later. You
Mm-hmm.
know, in terms of JB and his team asked to say, hey, look, we wanna do a red shirt this year. So with that information, it kind of changes my thought process, but it kind of doesn't because I feel like again we found this out much later.
Mm-hmm.
TVD had a hand in helping choose Shannon Dawson. So you kind of bring in an OC that kind of fits what
He
TVD does.
does. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
but we didn't necessarily bring it because I'm gonna tell you this. Cool. I'm coming to you. I see you now. Kendall Browse was one of the names that was floating around before we settled with Shannon Dawson. I don't want to say
Mm-hmm.
settled, but before we elected Shannon Dawson. Kendall Browse worked with KJ Jefferson. And I think Kendall Browse is a well-rounded offensive coordinator that can work with a multitude of different quarterbacks. So I think maybe if Kendall Browse had been a selection, then maybe we could have maybe had an actual quarterback competition because I don't think TVD would have been jumping out the window to play for Kendall because that particular offense requires for a guy that's mobile,
Mm-hmm.
where
Mm-hmm.
Dawson's offense doesn't. So maybe if Kendall had been a selection, maybe we could have had a actual quarterback competition. But
Yeah, that's crazy what you just told me about TVD handpicked his
Well, I don't want to say
OC.
I don't want to say handpicked, but that's what they said at the
That's
game.
what that's wild, bro. It's like so you're saying that that man got all this power to pick what quarter what OC he want, but you know what I'm saying you go out there and you stink up the joint, looking bad. You know what I'm saying, and then now over here, you know what I'm saying, we trying to win the championship, national championship, but you over here, you're stinking up the joint, but now you leave, and
But
now
you
we
know,
have to what's up?
but you know what, Lakers though?
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad you said that because it just hit me. What I just said earlier about Coach Cristobal and this particular staff having to win games. I think we kind of in the same boat. Whereas like Coach Cristobal, like, look, TVD is proven. We can say, okay, the offensive line wasn't there. He was injured last year, so he's proven that if he's not injured, if he gets a little bit of protection, he can make things happen. And we saw that the first 4 games of the season.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, it just blew up in our faces after the Georgia Tech game. And I'm sure over the summer, whether it's Barry Jackson or somebody somewhere else, someone is going to leak what transpired over that bye week between Georgia Tech and between Georgia Tech and not Temple, but did we play Temple? Yeah, it was Temple.
Mm-hmm.
That we played. Someone's gonna leak what happened in that week. And was it TVD re-aggravated an injury or something? You know what I mean? Play calling kind of looked a little bit different. A lot of things transpired. You know what I mean? So at this particular point, it's kind of like a wild goose chase. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. What's up, Groove? What's up? What's up? J Love T, the link is to, join the broadcast. I know you're a very passionate, Kane fan. I know you rated the recruiting class A plus. Cool from the crib. What's up?
Going on, boss. Thank you for having me.
Oh, no problem, no problem. I wish E Brown was here so he can put a
Huh?
name face.
Oh Lord, E Brown.
Wait, you never see E Brown face?
Yeah, you never see
Oh
his
yeah,
face.
no, I'm
Yeah.
talking about E Brown can put a name to your
Oh,
face
to my
so
face.
he can
Oh,
Oh,
right,
calling
right.
you shy.
Yeah, cause we ain't never seen Shy neither, so I get that.
Yeah.
Right,
Okay,
right.
he in
Oh,
the building.
What up,
peace,
fellas?
peace. J Love
what's up,
T.
J Love? What's up, man?
Hey,
Appreciate
Love
it,
T,
bro.
what's good? What's good?
Thank you for having me, Shad, man. Lakers
Oh, we
all
can't hear you, boss. Your mic. You gotta
Oh wait,
unmute yourself.
hold up. I heard him. But go ahead.
I, I heard
No,
him.
I'm good. I'm good on this end, I
I
think.
can. Oh, no.
Okay. Yeah, you good. You good.
Everybody.
Appreciate it, man. What's up? Cool, man. My first time seeing you, though. I'm familiar with the other two gentlemen, but good to meet you, homie. Canes fan, man. Canes fan all day, dog.
Okay. So, like I said, try to bring a little structure here. Try to ask a couple questions. Cool. I'm actually the same question I asked Lakers and J Love T. You can answer it as well. Um, do you feel like the recruiting class was able to address some of the issues that we had, you know, in terms of depth and replacing some production that we may be losing?
I think in some ways, gotta be honest, I still think one of the places where we fall short at, man, for whatever reason, even though we had one that I felt as though was strong in this class, but I still feel like there in DB, there's a lot to be desired, a lot to be desired as far as the defensive backfield. You could say, if you want to nitpick, you could say linebacker a little bit, even though I think the guys we got were quality per se. I think the offensive line depth was quality. Running back, I think, I think, um, I think we do well with at least getting two per year. I just think where we fell short at is the quarterback. Again, I think that the receivers are good. I think that the receivers are what we need. Would I have liked a guy with some length? We still have the opportunity to get at least one more guy. If any of y'all familiar with Amari Williams, like that would be the only guy that I see that's like in the top 200 as far as recruits go. That's uncommitted. Like that could be the one that they could that's one with length that they could possibly press the gas on. But I still think I don't know what it is about the quarterback position that seems to I don't want to be totally critical, but I got to be honest. It just seems like the quarterback position just seems to elude this staff for whatever reason. That's just my take on that.
Okay, let me ask you one more question. Then J Love T, I'm gonna ask you the same thing. On paper, this particular class is rated higher than last year's class,
Yeah.
but a average number or average ranking per recruit, last year's class from a per recruit standpoint was better. So numbers aside, which class do you feel was a stronger class, this year's class or last year's class?
Whew. Um.
And that's a question for all three of y'all. Let me answer my first. Let me answer my own question.
Right. Right.
We think that I think this year's class is stronger.
Yeah.
I do, but that's my opinion. But I don't want to sway in you guys' judgment. But what do you think? That's not a question I've seen anybody ask.
Mm.
I like to
Go,
play the.
go ahead, cool.
I've seen for me, from my observation, I think this year's class is stronger because it seems like they got guys who kind of are Swiss Army knives for their teams, and most importantly, the coaches trust these guys. And a lot of these guys are technically sound, even the ones that are may be lower tier per se by star rating, like that brother, the offensive lineman out of Illinois. I'm talking about that kid. He's got skill, like he's got skill, and he's got the size. Um, Another one, Dalen Russell. At first, I was very, very skeptical about him, but when you see the cat, man, he gives a lot of effort and very athletic. And but it's just the little things that a lot of these guys are able to do for me that I see that there's quality because a couple of these guys are really good technicians. Like even Booker Pickett, that was even claimed to be the Tampa um, Bane. Because matter of fact, he had 30 sacks as a junior, 22 sacks as a sophomore. And this year he got better against the run with 23 tackles per loss. So I say that they met with a lot of guys who've developed technicians as seniors. But go ahead, J Love T.
To answer your question, Shad, I'm gonna go with last year's class. Not because of talent. Like I said, I'm gonna try to say something different. I think last year's class, you got to give them credit. They built the foundation for this class. Like them boys is already on the field making it do what it do. It's not fair to put that pressure on these new guys because we haven't seen them play. Ruben Bain, All American. Maragoa, All American. Basically, when you put both classes together, it basically fed off of each other, and that's the reason why I gave this class a A+. You know me, I like to debate and say things like that, and I like to say things different. But yeah, I'm gonna give it to last year's class because last year's class laid the foundation, and they already played. And let me say one more thing too. If I don't mind, let's talk in politics. A lot of people are sad about the JJ situation. And I think it was you and Hayes. I forgot which one. One of you guys said, as long we leave with the number one player with our board, we can't complain. And the number one player in our board was not Komani. It was Francis. Did I say his name right? Francis Maragoa.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
the lineman.
Mhm.
Still again, people got caught up with the skill position. We've
That's
been dominant at the skill position for 20 years. It only took us so far. The number one player on our board was Justin Scott. I don't remember. School me if y'all boys know. I don't remember us getting a 5-star offensive lineman and a 5-star defensive lineman back to back. And that's how I want the program to be built. If you sad about the JJ situation, we can get the number one. I don't care if we don't get the number one receiver for the next 4 or 5 years. If we keep getting 5 stars in those trenches, everything else can work out for itself. I'm not dissing Komani. As black brothers who want to see young men make it, this is not a diss to Komani or JJ. But y'all see what happened with Komani. Komani was not going to make the impact that Maragoa made for us last year. Not even close. Especially with the transfer portal, it's going to be super hard for players on the outside to make an impact day one. I just wanted to put that out there, man.
That's interesting perspective.
Yeah, Lakers. Same question to you. Do you feel that which class was better? And then,
I give this. I mean, me. I'm with J Love. You know what I'm saying? Because it's hard to go get a 5-star offensive lineman. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not easy. You know what I'm saying? What Mario did to go get Mario Nord, that's great. You know,
Mm-hmm.
that's not easy to do. Cause guess what? Like what I'm saying. Like look, these
Mary Noah and Sam.
Yeah.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because guess what? We never had, you know what I'm saying, these 5 stars or linemen come to us, you know what I'm saying? They always went to what, Alabama, they always went to different schools.
That's true.
But now, you know what I'm saying, we have Mario now. So now we have to build on the O line and then let everything else play out.
Lakers all day. Let me say something.
Mm-hmm.
You know who used to get them and we overlooked it, and it was their bread and butter in our rivalry? It used to be Florida State. I'll never forget the year we got
Mm-hmm.
Duke. Jimbo knew. Listen, the whole state of Florida knew about Duke. What he did in that class, he went and built the trenches. He went and got 2 5-star defensive tackles. So that's one team that we were able to top notch. And we was able to take FSU's top defensive tackle. I'm telling y'all, man, them trenches. Don't get me wrong. You still gotta have it at the skill position. But the thing is, our biggest playmaker at wide receiver is the coach. As long as we got KB, we good. The same way y'all showing love to JJ, please show that love to JoJo. Please. Shad, if you don't mind, you in your 20s or 30s?
30.
All of y'all in your 30s, right?
Yeah,
Or
mm-hmm.
30s?
Yeah, 30.
Ball, Lakers all day.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, let the fans know what happened the last time there was a duo at one school, and the only difference, one went to Florida State and one came to us to Miami.
Mm-hmm.
The last time was St. Thomas. Remember, Shad? It was Phil and what's the gentleman? Was it Green? Rashard Green.
Yeah.
The same duo. One was a 5-star, one was a borderline 3-star, 4-star. One went in the first round just off development. So that's all I'm saying, man. Them trenches, I'm telling you, them trenches is the bread and butter, not the skill position. The skill position comes second, man.
Hey, I
I
like you put
like
that.
that.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
real
glad
though.
but most people are going to chalk this up to Joe Yearby and Dalvin Cook.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. I was thinking that.
Yerby wasn't a bust, though. Yerby wasn't a bust. He
No.
was.
No, Yearby wasn't a bust, but to piggyback off of what you just said, and I said this earlier before you tapped in. I said the problem is individuals are gonna look for JoJo to do things that only Jeremiah Smith can do, and
Mm-hmm.
that's not
Yeah.
fair to JoJo.
Yeah.
JoJo is not a generational talent,
Mm-hmm.
and in many aspects, and again, I don't follow recruiting, but from many aspects, many people feel Nye Carr is the best receiver in this class. So let's go with that. Let's say Nye Carr is the best receiver in this particular class that we got. That's not fair to JoJo if Jeremiah Smith goes up to Ohio State next year and sets the world on fire. That's not fair to JoJo because y'all are not the same. Y'all are not the same talent.
Yeah.
Fortunate. So I'm not gonna forget about JoJo or anything like that. And I don't know why. I know people are bent out of shape about Jeremiah Smith, but again, we Kane fans at the end of the day, but I also think we realists.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
We can say whatever we want to say about the wide receivers at Ohio State this year. We can say whatever we want to say about that. But we can't just say that our 1 year is going to make those kids forget about Garrett Wilson, Jackson Smith and Jigba, going all the way back to Michael Thomas. We can't say 1 year is gonna make them forget about that. So I think that this class of receivers and the other receivers too, because like I said, I don't want to do the new toy syndrome.
Mhm.
The school you said we didn't get a big time, we didn't get a big guy, and no, we didn't. But Isaiah Horton is in year 3.
Yeah,
It's time for him to take that role.
No, and
facts.
I definitely think that this Rutgers game, this is a showcase for him. Matter of fact, just because Kobe Young stepped off, that is his time. And honestly, I would venture to say, and maybe it's a lot of people feel this way, he was underutilized this year. I really think they could have, I really think they could have used him better as well.
Did we flip Justin Scott from Ohio State?
Yes,
Yeah,
You
we
see,
did.
yes,
Mhm.
we
that's
did.
and
You,
that's the win. I'm telling y'all, man.
you didn't see
And
the live footage, J Lo. You didn't see the live footage of the flip of what happened.
no, I ain't gonna. I went ghost, man. I was ghost for a little bit, bro.
Let me show it to you. Let me show it to you. I thought you saw. Let me show it to you. Dang, it ain't doing it right. Never mind. Never mind. It didn't play. It didn't play. I thought it was gonna play.
That's crazy. But you know what? Okay, you know what? J Love talked about the O line, right? But
Yeah.
like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why don't we get those 5-star wide receivers?
To be honest, I'm gonna be real with you. We don't. Damn, dog. Okay. It's for the young people that's online because I already know you guys know the thing with UM. We don't we don't really thrive off of that, man, because they take time.
Yeah.
Who you talk about? That position takes time, kid. It takes time. Look at our best receivers in the past probably 15 years. That's why I'm not tripping about JJ. Our
Hmm.
best receivers blossom late. We got the most out of them late. And there's nothing wrong with that. Braxton, he came alive late. Rashad Scott, he came alive late. Allen Hearns, he came alive late. The only
Richardson, what about Richardson? Hamar Richardson?
don't him and Coley are the only two that snapped immediately. We only had two. They're the only two that snapped immediately. Everyone else took time, which I have no problem with that.
Hmm.
That's why when you have the trenches where it is, you're not asking those young men at the outside to be Superman. We can rely on the run game, and when the
Yeah.
opportunity comes through, it comes through. Look at this year. Look who y'all already named Horton. You know who another one I'm about to name? Brashard Smith. He's in year 3. He ain't no baby kid anymore. Jacoby
Hmm.
George. He's gonna get back in that weight room and go crazy with gold feet all winter. I'm telling you, kid. The thing with we gotta stop being infatuated. And when it's recruiting time, stop being infatuated for the outside. Give them boys props for what they're doing in the inside. I'm telling you, this has never, I don't think it's ever been done before. Back to back to back. The last time we had an online recruiting class back to back to back like this was probably, I think, 2010, 2011 when Feliciano, Central Henderson, when all them boys came back to back, and look how we was consistent. So that's the reason why, even for me as a Hurricanes fan, I don't care for the 5-star wide receivers. Get the best running backs in the state, get that O line, get who we can get out of the state to build that defense, and let's ride. Let's
Hmm.
ride, man. The only thing I want, though, I'm not gonna lie to you. The only thing I think we're slacking and we're getting away from is the tight end position. That's my
Bro,
only. I
bro,
don't.
like, hold up. Okay, now hold up. Now, okay, now, what's up with that, bro? Because you know what I'm saying. Like, we was low key tight end you, right? So now since Dawson
Since Dawson
Dawson
came in,
so now what's the problem? You know what I'm saying? Because look, you know what I'm saying? Our tight ends was our bread and butter to get the first down for us when we need it. You know what I'm saying? And they was our glue. You know what I'm saying? They were, you know what I'm saying, the quarterback's glue, you know what I'm saying? Just in case, you know what I'm saying, like the wide receivers was locked up, you had the tight end in the middle to run for the first down. You feel me? And we don't have that.
I don't know, man. Dawson tripping. You can't even blame Mario because on the first year, our main player was Will Mallory. He made sure Mallory eat. But that's something Dawson. They smart. I mean, they making that money. I'm pretty sure they're gonna go back to the book and say, you know what, we got to figure out how to destroy the middle of the field with the exception of X. You get what I'm saying? That's on them. So like I said, the only thing I'm greedy about is the tight end position. That's something you don't neglect, especially in the ACC. If you got a tight end, it's a wrap.
Yeah, you money. Yeah, bro, because I mean, you know what I'm saying? Look how many tight ends we had, you know what I'm saying, that's in the draft right now. That's doing great for us. And at the Miami Hurricanes. You know, like it's crazy. So
Yeah.
why not? Why can't we have that again? You know, we can't just let one offensive coordinator dictate how he wants to, you know what I'm saying, make the tight end. You know what I'm saying? Like if he don't use the tight ends, then that's, you know what I'm saying, that's the problem that we have to fix. You know what I'm saying? Because we always was tight end you. So we can't break that. You feel me?
You know, Gay Shotty. I wanna talk about this right here. It's gotta stop. I I did a video about this last year, and kind of to coincide with what you said, J Love T. Um, a lot of these misses at the wide receiver position that we've had, they really weren't misses in the grand scheme of things. Like I think I went all the way back to 2013, like a 10-year span, and out of the multiple wide receivers, and I only did 4-star or higher South Florida guys, right? We only missed on like 4 or 5 guys out of 10 years. And some of them really went, like, obviously, the obvious miss, obviously, most people are going to go back to Amari Cooper, as well as, Ridley or whatever the situation is. But, man, with the exception of a Jeremiah Smith, which those don't come out every year, wide receivers are a dime a dozen. That's just my thought process about it. I think that you look at a J.J. Anderson Tate. Yes, that's a dynamic and a deadly trio of receivers. But if you just look around college football, you throw the ball around the yard enough, you'll get some guys. You'll get some guys that'll do some numbers. But obviously, it's not a Jeremiah Smith coming out every year. You know what I mean? But
Hey, hey, Shy, you know what I'm saying? Let's talk running backs right now because you know what I'm saying. Since we have Don Chaney leaving, right? I feel like we might need to go get ETN. You know what I'm saying? Because I like, you know what I'm saying, ETN. He's quick, he's fast. You know what I'm saying? Like he's like his brother. You know what I'm saying? Like why can't we have that, you know what I'm saying, Travis Etienne, I mean Etienne come in here with Fletcher and have that 1-2 punch. You feel me? With the big bruiser and with the speed. And let's say that Ward does come, or let's say Brown stays and he become our QB. You know what I'm saying? Having Ward or JB with freaking Etienne with Fletcher, that's scary, right? That's not scary for offense.
I mean, I was about to say this, QB. I mean, the running back room is full. I think, and to bring ETN in, to me, I don't think you need it. I think you still got what's my man name?
The
Can't
character.
Not Paris, but Kane Juice Biden. Don't forget the guy name.
Allen,
Yeah, AJ
Allen,
Allen, aka
yeah,
Clint. They got Clint Portis. Um, Fletcher is here, as well as Parrish, and then you got CJ, and then you got a man that's coming off the knee injury. You know what I mean, Citizen. So
Citizen.
Yeah, so we got plenty of running backs. ETN would be a nice, addition, but I just think at the running back position, I don't think ETN is in a position where, or he wants to go to a situation where it's like, look, we don't have a too deep. We literally are rotating 5 and 6 running backs. You know what I mean? So ETN won't be guaranteed the same amount of opportunities here as he would as he had at Florida. And so I think any running back that commits here, you got to understand that it's like, hey, look, if you were hot this week, we might roll with you to start next week. You know what I mean? So it kind of keeps the competition brewing. And I like our young backs. You know what I mean? I wouldn't go to the portal to get a receiver or even a running back. Even though I know some people feel like we do need a portal receiver, which I mean I really don't understand that personally. But
I mean, sure. I mean, I'm low key with Kool Aid. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm tired of these small behind wide receivers we got. You know what I'm saying? Why can't we have a tall wide receiver like a freaking Randy Moss? You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? We freak like throw it up and you know what I'm saying? He give us that catch we need. You know what I'm saying? We need somebody like that because we got freaking mini me's out there running routes.
well, I mean my only pushback would be what you and J Love T was just talking about the tight end. I think it's about getting tight ends more involved and like my dog
Right.
QB right here on this comment, and I agree with this wholeheartedly. The issue is the offensive coaching utilizing playmakers. And
Right. Yeah.
I don't know if Groove is still here, but Groove said, I think like Brashard Smith had 26 total touches.
Oh,
Like,
last year, right?
he had 26
Yeah.
total. Like
Yes.
that's insane. You
So
know what I
I
mean?
so good. Okay, look, since you're telling me that, right? I feel like since you said that, said that stat, I feel like the problem is the OC. You feel me? Because you know
Right.
what I'm saying. If you can't get playmakers involved, you know what I'm saying, like a Smith, right? Knowing that he's a dynamic, you know what I'm saying. Just like we had Jeff Thomas was a dynamic impact for us at the wide receiver position, right? Then guess what? You're the issue. You know what I'm saying? Because like okay, you know, so like look, if you can't get Smith or you know what I'm saying our tight ends where they need to be, then you're the problem. You feel me? That's how I feel like it is.
And see,
That's why I'm keeping quiet on the quarterback situation. He needs to make his money, man. Dawson, it better work because he's
Mm-hmm.
gonna be on the hot seat soon. QB, like I said, I'm not worried because I'm satisfied with everything else that's going on.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But Dawson needs to earn his check. This is where he's gonna earn his check.
Yep.
well,
He has to, dog, because TVD TVD is gonna go crazy at Wisconsin. We all know Phil Luongo,
Mm-hmm.
Phil a beast.
let me play devil's advocate here, right? Because I think I don't like I said, and I didn't really have a I didn't I'll probably get pushed back from this. I didn't really have a problem with Kevin Steele last year. I just think that he didn't have as much talent as he needed on the defense like we had this year. But let me play devil's advocate about Shannon Dawson. When you say Shannon Dawson is the problem, my question is, what were you expecting to get from Shannon Dawson?
Okay, I'm glad you said that. I'm not gonna say Shannon Dawson was a problem, but I don't think it was enough. Especially on the talent that we had. We wasn't on a rebuild at all. At all. There was some games it was disappointing. I think one of the players said that, TVD had issues. There were some plays the fans blamed TVD, but it wasn't TVD fault. Well, okay, it's the coach's job to make it easier for the players. That's facts. You get what I'm saying? So that's my thing with Dawson. I want to see everything go up to another level, whether it's the communication, whether it's development of the quarterback position, is whether utilizing the playmakers of when we're supposed to, when also utilizing the tight end position. Because I heard that's why Skinner left. Skinner felt like he wasn't a fit in the system at all. That's my thing. I want it to be utilized the way that it should and where it can go. Because respectfully, it wasn't terrible, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't enough. Not enough. by far,
Mhm.
especially at the QB position where he's supposed to be the QB whisperer. You get what I'm saying?
Oh,
So
thank
that's
you,
the thing.
thank you, J Love. Because you know what I'm saying. Like it's crazy how you just said three things. Like, you said what QB whisperer, right? Then you said tight ends, and then you're saying the reason why Skinner left is because what he wasn't utilized, and Chad said, you know what I'm saying, why wasn't Smith our playmaker? That's
Yeah.
four things right there, right? And that's all what OC, right?
See,
Our OC Dawson.
another,
So what's
another
the
thing,
problem?
another thing, Shad. Like this is
Hmm.
from me to you and Lakers all day, and I hope you bring this up probably in your videos, right? Like you're an X's and O's guy. Lakers, you're a Kings fan through and through. And me, I believe this, right? The Cam Ward and the Will. What's the other gentleman's name? The one that's supposed to be going to USC? Will
Will
Howard.
Will
All
Howard.
Yeah.
right, all right. Respectively, right? If you're in a situation like that, I expect, right? I expect our OC, if he's that guy, he tells Will Howard, listen, this guy might be number 1A. You might be 1B on our board. But if you commit to us, you trust me, I will put you in the right situation to succeed. I don't have to wait on Cam Ward. I don't want to wait on him. He's playing games. I want you to be my QB for the University of Miami. And it's weird because they didn't do that. They didn't do that. We're being hostage by Cam. And that throws me off a little bit because
Hmm.
if you as that guy, you're supposed to make it work either way. You get what I'm saying? Especially when this guy has tangibles that's good enough to win in the ACC. That's what's throwing me off big time right now. I even said on our Coach Hay show, if Will is willing to commit now, what are we waiting for? What are we waiting for? You
Okay.
saw what they did with Daniels at LSU. If
Okay.
you can coach and you can make it work, you're supposed to make it work. No ifs, ands, or buts.
Okay. Now again, J Love T. It's the question I asked. Now I love the elaborate answer that you gave. But again, my question is, what do you expect Shannon Dawson to be? Now this is the reason I asked this. Maybe let me ask it a different way. Not saying that you didn't understand it, but let me ask it a different way. Okay. When Josh Gaddis got here last year, the thing was that many people said, well, hey, we're gonna run this type of offense, we're gonna do this, we're gonna look like Alabama. And the thing that I always said, I stayed consistent in it. I said, I'm not going to expect for someone to show me something that they never done before. So I say to say this. When we talk about Shannon Dawson, we're talking about going all the way back to when Geno Smith played football.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about the gap between Geno Smith and Clayton Tune.
Yeah.
Shannon Dawson was still coaching between that time. So when you say you expecting a quarterback whisperer like my QB, I agree with you. He's not a quarterback whisperer. And I made this statement. And I said there's a difference between a coordinator and a play caller. Shannon Dawson is a play caller. It's a handful of coordinators. Um, Red Lashley showed me that he wasn't just a play caller; he was a coordinator when he went from Derek King to Perry. Then he went from Derek King to TVD. He showed me he was a coordinator. Shannon Dawson has not shown me that he's a coordinator. Shannon Dawson has shown me that he's a play caller. So we can say all these particular different things like this, but just like and I know you two guys may not agree with this, but one of the things, and shout out to my dog Groove, and most people have said, look, we are looking to get so much talent in this building that it will overcome coaching deficiencies. So if that is the mindset, my expectation of Shannon Dawson is, look, if you want to roll with three wide receivers, let those three wide receivers be the best three wide receivers that we got in the building, and let them go out there and win games. We're gonna give you
Shad,
the best. We're
but
gonna
you
give.
skip.
Hold up. Let me finish. Let me finish. I'm gonna let you talk. I'm gonna give you the best offensive line, So you ain't got to worry about all these sacks. You ain't got to worry about tackles for losses. I'm going to go out here to the portal. And I know Lakers, we talked about this earlier, about the JB
Mm-hmm.
situation. I'm going to go out to the portal. I'm going to get you the best quarterback possible. And Shannon Dawson, you ain't got to coordinate nothing. All you got to do is call plays. Nothing more, nothing less. And if play, and again, I'm not going to say that it's Shannon Dawson's fault about Brashard Smith because I don't know who controls the rotation because Kevin Beard is the wide receiver coach. So if we're going to give Shannon Dawson blame for not getting Brashard involved, then we also got to bring in and say, okay, well, why wasn't Kevin Beard lobbying for him to get in the game more? And maybe my dog Nassau was onto something when he said Brashard didn't pick up the playbook. I don't know. But what were you gonna say, J Love?
No, there's something that you pointed out though with the QBs. They all made it work with what they had at the QB position. Whether it was Ritt or Dawson when he was at West Virginia and Houston. If you've done a little with less, we're going to expect more when you have more. You get what I'm saying? So if you had Clay Toombs and you went to a TVD, we expect you to take his way to a whole nother level, not be the same or be worse. You get what I'm saying? That's what I meant by a QB whisperer. I mean, the job of the offensive coordinator is not only calling plays, but what does he do well? See, with Gaddis, the issue with Gaddis, and they ran Gaddis out of town, he was a wide receiver coach. He couldn't adjust to the QBs at all. He couldn't. The only person that was able to do it was Ponce, but they handcuffed Ponce. You get what I'm saying? So that's my thing. Okay, what do I expect more from Dawson? I expect him to elevate the play, not only we're calling plays, but also the quarterback play. That's why he's here. That's why we hired him, Shad. That's why we hired him. We ain't only hired him for that. We also hired him to elevate the play of the quarterback.
Wait a minute now. How do we know that's what we hired him for?
That was
we jumping out.
What did you say a couple minutes ago? Who did you bring up? You brought up Geno Smith. You brought up Clay Toombs. The resume.
Look at the gap between that. Look at the gap. We're talking about, and then again, some people feel like that. Look, Dana Hogerson was calling the plays at West Virginia. And again, shout out to my dog Groove. Groove had a person that covers the Houston Cougars come on his show and say, hey, look, Shannon Dawson wasn't calling them plays. Dana Hogerson was calling the plays. He took play calling dudes away from him. You know, so, I mean, we can argue back and forth about that, but this is all I'm going to say about this, right? I didn't expect, and when Shannon Dawson got here, I said, look, Shannon Dawson got to prove to me that he's better than Red Lashley. He didn't. But that's not a knock on him. Because it's like, what you just, J-Love T, what you
we agree on that. We agree on that.
J-Love T, what you explained to me, what you want from him is you're saying you want him to be like a Dan Mullen, Lane Kiffin, Steve Sarkisian, Lincoln Riley. I wasn't expecting that because I know it's only a handful of those guys in all of college football. We got a play caller. And so Coach Cristobal and staff are going to do everything in their power to get as much talent in the building to where all he has to do is call plays. You don't have to coordinate. And I think Nassau, when you ask what's the difference, if you're talking about the difference between a play caller and a coordinator, this is the difference. It's just like the difference between a beat maker and a producer. One person has their hands on every single thing and can make adjustments. One person just does one particular thing. Shannon Dawson does one particular thing. I call plays. Shannon Dawson out his own mouth. We're not designing plays for certain players. Why? Because you're a play caller. A coordinator is going to go into the game and say, look, where's the weakness at? Okay, they got a weakness right here. This guy right here, their fourth corner. Okay, let me find ways of getting my best playmaker on that lineup on their fourth corner. And let's go make some plays. That's what a coordinator is going to do. A play caller is going to say, okay, well, if Xavier Restrepo's lined up in the slot, hey, just throw him the ball. Where a coordinator is going to say, okay, X is nice. Okay, cool. But let's see what Brashard can do. Let's see what it looks like if we get Jaleel Skinner right there in the slot sometimes, or if we motion Jacoby George in there. That's what a coordinator's going to do, because I'm going to find the matchup and I'm going to abuse it until you can't take it anymore. A play caller is just like, hey, look, that's the formation, run the play. That's the difference in my eyes.
Yeah. Hey, you know what you sound like? You sound like the Miami Dolphins head coach right now. Because that's what he do with Tyreek Hill.
Hey, man, this ain't Mr. Kanju's talking.
But no, real, you know what I'm saying? Look, that's what he do. Look, he puts Tyreek Hill in situations.
Hey, but again,
So,
Lakers,
hmm
what does that make Mac McDaniel?
you just
Makes him
said
a
it.
cool. Makes him
Yeah,
a cool. Right?
yeah, coordinator.
Okay, then. Same
So
this
why?
Shannon.
Yeah.
Same
So why
thing that
can't? That's crazy, bro.
same thing that his mentor is doing over
hmm
there in San Francisco. Debo Samuel, wide receiver. But look, Debo, you can run the ball. Let's line you up and run the ball. Let's put you in motion. Let's do all this. So again, J Love T, that's what we expecting. But
He
that's not
not doing
what
that.
Shannon Dawson is. Again, nothing that Shannon Dawson has done. I mean, obviously, most people will go back to say, hey, look, remember the Clemson game in West Virginia when they ran the ball to Tavon Austin? Okay, but again, we don't know if that's what Shannon Dawson dialing it up like that. You know what I'm saying? So again, I didn't expect it. Now, if we would have hired Dan Mullen and we had all this stuff, J Love T, me and you would be just like this. Because I would be like, why is Dan Mullen doing it? Because I've seen Dan Mullen adjust. Dan Mullen adjusted from going from Dak Prescott to Kyle Trask to Felipe Franks. I watched him do that because he's a coordinator. I watched him go from Chris Leak to Tim Tebow. I know he can do that. I watched Lane Kiffin do that. I watched Steve Sarkisian do that. I watched Lincoln Riley do that. I haven't watched Shannon Dawson do that. So at the end of the day, let's just get as much talent in this building as we can and let Shannon Dawson do what he does best. Let's call some
Do
plays.
you think it will work?
Do I think it'll work?
Huh?
Let me make sure. Hey,
Crazy.
will what work?
Ain't not work. I don't think that'll work.
Hey, I don't think that'll work, bro.
I don't think that's
No,
gonna work
I
in
don't think
ACC.
that's gonna work either, dog.
QB in the building.
That ain't gonna work.
Let me. Okay, what are y'all asking me? Will what work?
Like what you just said. Like you just said that, you know what I'm saying, like him not being a coordinator, right? But you know what I'm saying, him being a play caller, you know what I'm saying? Like you said that Dawson is a play caller. Do you
Yeah.
think Dawson being a play caller is gonna work for the Miami Hurricanes? That's what Jayla's asking.
Okay. Look. Okay. Let me do like Chico for a second. When you say work, what are you asking? Work in what
Win
sense?
the ACC. I'm glad you asked that. Win the ACC and
Can we
put
win?
us in the playoff.
Yes. And you know why? You know why I say that? Because I've always stood on this. I said you're gonna win 8 out of 10 of your ball games just on having better talent. It's only 2 of those games that you need to outcoach somebody. So in the current state of the ACC, yeah, we can win the ACC. Now, if you're talking about moving the needle and you're talking about the national championship, can you just win being a play caller? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You can't just no, absolutely not. But again, we gotta win the ACC first.
Wait, hold up. Shay, you know what, Shay? You know what? You just said something. You know what I'm saying? You said that you can't win. What you just said again? Say it again.
You're not gonna win the national championship just by being a play caller.
Okay. So you know what's crazy though? I feel like this is why the Dolphins are having these ups and downs with these. You know what I'm saying? Beating the bad teams. You know what I'm saying? When them, you know what I'm saying, beating the bad teams, but you know, the coach is not being the play caller. You know what I'm saying? He's not putting his players in the right position when you play these great teams. Is that what you're trying to say?
Oh, I'm not a Dolphins fan. So
I know, but
hey,
I'm just putting it. I'm
no,
just putting the 2 cents together.
okay.
That's all I'm saying.
I'm gonna tell you this.
hmm
To me, it's a difference between the NFL and college football because in the NFL, you have to be a coordinator. You can't be a play caller, or you're gonna get washed out. Just there's nowhere in the world you can say, okay, well, I'm just gonna go out here. I'm gonna call you play. No. You gotta be a coordinator in the NFL. In college, you can get away with being just a play caller, but
hmm
I haven't watched the Dolphins play, so I can't.
Watch him this Christmas, and let me see.
Who,
Just watch him this Christmas. They
who
play
they,
the Cowboys. Just watch him.
okay, it's Tyreek
Watch him.
playing.
Yeah, he
Tyreek.
playing. He playing. He playing.
Okay. QB, what's up, dog?
Man, what's going on? You know I had to get on when you was talking about the offense.
Hey, my dog J Love T, won't thought Dawson was gonna be able to turn water to wine.
I mean, I had questions about Dawson. Like for me, when I look at the offensive coordinator,
Hello, QB. I disagree with this. The Georgia one was just no.
Oh no.
That's the NFL. The Ravens 10-3.
Oh yeah, boy. That's a bad example, boy.
No.
Munchkin a beast, boy.
No. I
I
appreciate
wish we had Munchkin. Munchkin went from what's on white boy name again? From Georgia, that one. He went from Bennett to Lamar Jackson. And that's the upgrade. That's what I wish we had with Dawson.
yeah. But I appreciate the comment though, but bro, nah. Georgia won because that guy's a coordinator. They did have more talent, but
they got
they
two
needed
coordinators.
They needed to out execute Ohio State. He needed to dial stuff up to put them in advantageous situations. Only a coordinator could use Brock Bowers like that. A play caller couldn't.
Yeah, boy. Whew.
Yeah, but QB, I ain't mean to cut you off, dog. What you were saying though?
Oh, I was just saying, like when you look at offensive coordinators, you always got to wonder, like, who were they under, and look at what they did under those.
Pause. Look who they under. Yo. Chill out, bro. Nah,
who was the head coach? Like when you look at offensive-minded head coaches, they usually have like an OC, just somebody who's just there in name. Like who's the OC at Ole Miss? You don't know their name, but you know Lane Kiffin calling the plays and running stuff.
Oh yeah.
So when you look at Dawson, everybody knew that Dana Hogan, what's his name? Dana Hogerson. Yeah, he was above the offense. So basically, Dawson was running what he wanted to do. And usually when coordinators leave, they're only coming with all that they know. Like, look at Gaddis. You think Gaddis was calling plays at Michigan? No. You know Harbaugh had some input on it or had his hand on it. So when Gaddis came over here, he was by himself for the first time. So now he comes with a scheme. And usually when you're a schemer, once your scheme get hit in the mouth, you don't know what to do, know what to adjust. Like, look at the big game was Miami versus UNC. And remember when Miami's defense was getting with Drake May? What happened in the second half? They made adjustments. They went tempo and had our defense just running into each other. The offensive coordinator made an adjustment to help the QB, like with TVD this year. TVD, I'm a TVD fan. He dug himself in a hole, but Dawson didn't give him a ladder to get out because we didn't utilize the tight end. We never used tempo since Bethune-Cookman. Those things could have helped us against defenses that figured out the offense, but we didn't do that.
And you know what? This was one of the things that I said. And I said this on Coach Hayes' show. I said this was one of my that was going to be one of my concerns with going to get G5 coordinators, is that you go from the G5 to P5 where there are a lot more resources, there are a lot more support staff where guys can break down your tendencies and weaknesses and stuff like that. And so when you can adjust to that the way that you need to, you get situations like that. But like I said, I agree with what you said, QB, and we agree with a lot of things. But like I said, I can't expect Shannon Dawson to do that when he's just a player.
I agree with you on that.
Yeah.
Because like we said with Restrepo, everybody was saying why he's getting the ball so much. But if you look at the history of where Dawson comes from, the slot receiver gets the ball 80% of the time.
80% of the time. We cannot tell the ACC what happens when we play talented team. You know what's gonna happen? Somebody got to do some coaching. That's what's gonna happen. So we just gotta hope that we can do more coaching than them. What is Ken Dorsey? What do you mean? Are you asking is Ken Dorsey a coordinator or is Ken Dorsey a play caller? Well, Ken Dorsey is currently unemployed, so I'm assuming Ken Dorsey the play caller. That's all that I can deduce from that. But yeah, that's what's gonna happen. And that's been one of our biggest issues is that when we played equal talented teams or teams that are more talented than us, that becomes the problem. And that's what was so big about Texas A&M. Even though Jimbo got fired, and I've said that before, just out of spite, going back and forth with somebody. But what I can say with pure certainty, and I mean this genuinely, we outcoached Texas A&M. And I was happy to see that because that was an equally talented team, or maybe even slightly more talented, and we did that. But the issue with that is, I don't think there's not another team in college football with that much talent, with that inept of coaching. So that's a problem. And then so that's the way I look at it. Wayne Smith said Mario taking night classes on what? Man, bro, Mario is Mario at the end of the day, bro. I'm not even going again, just like what we talking about the offensive coordinator, I'm not about to expect Mario to turn into Bill Walsh overnight. He has shortcomings. And that's just what it is. I'm not gonna bash Mario for his shortcomings. I'm not gonna bash. I mean, I'll make a joke about it, about, hey, why are you taking the time out only to turn around and punt the ball not once but twice? Yeah, I'll say it, but at the end of the day, that's what you are. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
he is. Man, you can't. Hopefully, he grow from it. That's it.
Man, it's too late, bro. It's
Yeah.
too
I
late.
mean, it's not too late. I mean,
No,
he's probably going to have to hire somebody to, like, he has to first recognize that there's an issue. That's the thing.
but
That's what
QB,
good coaches do.
this the thing though, and I think you and J Love T, both of y'all can attest to this because this is a tried and proven statement. When you've experienced success doing something one way, you're you're not gonna try to go do it another way. And as much as and again the season is over, so we can go ahead and say it now. Before the season started last year, everyone was saying, "Hey, well, look, Mario got out of his own way. He hired an air raid coordinator." Did we run an air raid this year?
Nope.
Nope.
But you know what? Though, none of those broadcasts, none of those people that said that, are they gonna go back and say, you know what, Mario, we didn't run an air raid. Mario really didn't hire air raid because what did they continue to say before the game? Man, Mario had to be tricked, or not tricked, but he had to be convinced to hire Shannon Dawson. Shannon Dawson had to tell him, look, I'm not gonna throw the ball 100 times, or whatever the situation is. So what does that mean? That means that I'm going to dictate what it is that you're going to do on offense. I didn't believe it when they said it then, and we got a whole year of proof to show, oh, we didn't run no air raid. And like you said, QB, we didn't run tempo since Bethune-Cookman. So we're going to run tempo against the FCS school, but we're not going to run it against a P5 school? Come on, man.
You're right.
Come on. And shout out to Brother Jay. I don't know if he's still here listening or whatever, but Brother Jay sent me videos of what an air raid was. And I said, bro, that's not what we're running. And I knew we weren't going to run that. I said it before the season. I said, look, check this out. My mindset is this. Mario's going to hire a person that's going to calm everybody down. And then we still going to do what it is that he wants to do. And that's what it was. And I'm not saying it's bad because it was effective in many aspects. We just turned the ball over. But I expect to see the same offense next year that we saw this year, regardless of who the quarterback is.
Mm-hmm.
And I said this on Coach Hayes' show. And I said my only pushback against Cam Ward is I don't think Cam Ward fits. And most people say, oh, well, Cam Ward fit like a glove. I don't think Cam Ward fit like a glove because one of Cam Ward's strengths is Cam Ward being an improviser. And I don't think that Mario is looking for an improviser.
Yeah, especially if he building an O line like that. That's something he don't want. He don't want his own line blocking for 4, 5, 6, 7 seconds. That's a big no.
I
And that's
think
the
he
thing,
do.
and that's the thing that people say. The offensive linemen, they don't like blocking for a mobile guy because it's like we don't know where he's at.
Nah, QB. No, he wouldn't. He wouldn't because of that, and that's the reason why it made no sense for them not going after Will Howard. With a QB like that, you'll lose yards, unnecessary yards, and it'll push you back. That goes against of what you're trying to do, especially if you're a run first team. If you're a run first team and the QB hold the ball too long or they lose unnecessary yards, it'll push you back. You get what I'm saying? But Will Howard is the complete opposite. He'll stay in that pocket, and if he's going and if he's leaving, he's going forward. He ain't trying to improvise 6-7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Mm-hmm.
What do y'all think about this comment? And I'll answer after you guys if y'all don't wanna. If y'all want to answer first, if not, I'll answer it first. What do y'all think about it?
I'll say that we ran some air raid concepts, but the mentality of the offense wasn't quote unquote air raid.
Yeah, the
Because
power air raid, man. Power air raid.
yeah, I mean that's
Yeah.
a better way to say it. But like when you look at Mike Leach, even in his air raid, he utilized the running backs in it. It's like he would get 3 or 4 yards with the running back, throwing a pass to it just to get a yard, just to get 3 or 4 yards. Like everybody
Yeah.
was incorporated in that air raid. This
And
wasn't. We didn't even throw RB screens.
mhm. And him showing the run game is what will throw defenses off. You'll think he'll run the ball, and then boom, he'll hit you for 11, 12, 15, 17 yards. You get what I'm saying? But he's just not just going to throw it just for the hell of it. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, and so Wayne, I agree with what you're saying because this is another thing that I said is that people when they hear the word or hear the term air raid, that's what they're thinking about. They're thinking about Mike Leach, and that was the whole mindset or premise behind people saying, okay, well, Mario's going out of his way to hire an air raid coordinator. But what we ran was, in my opinion, what Mario wanted to run last year, which was a team that could run the ball well and then throw the ball when you needed and take an occasional deep shot. And
Hmm.
that's what it was that I saw this year. So to me, I think the air raid has evolved. And yeah, like you said, QB, we ran some air raid concepts, but what offense nowadays don't have air raid concepts in it? At least, a sprinkle of it. You know what I'm saying?
I think the biggest issue with the offense last year, that one of the issues I had with the offense was they overprotected TVD, and I think that hurt him. Like we had the tight end stay in to block, and I think they did that because of the year prior when TVD got hurt. But TVD didn't need more protection; he needed better protection, and just holding the tight end and just sending out 3 receivers and 8-man coverage. Like, what are you supposed to do? And I think teams caught on to that. Like they weren't even thinking about, the run. They just dropped back.
Yeah. And so Calvin said, "Who would y'all like to have? Like to have him what? I don't think any of us up here are want to fire Shannon Dawson. It's just this to me, at least to me, I can't speak for the other two guys. At least for me, this particular dialogue is about realizing what Shannon Dawson is and trying to formulate some solutions about how we can maximize what Shannon Dawson is. And my solution to that is what Coach Cristobal is going to do, and that's put more talent in the building. So, I mean, again, I can't answer for you two guys, but I mean, what do you guys think about that?
Let me ask Calvin. Calvin, are you talking about the QB?
No, I think that's coordinator.
Oh no, like I said, I'm fine with Dawson. Man, he need to pull something up, man. I know that's not who he is, but man, something got to give, man. Especially if we're gonna get something decent in the portal at least.
Yeah. And hey QB, you got something you want to add to that?
With the Dawson, I agree with you. He is what he is. Like I'm not going to expect more. Like I was thinking about what Lakers was saying earlier when he said, "Why we're not like Alabama?" like with the way they develop their QBs. But if you look at Alabama's track record of OCs, Kiffin, Sarkisian, Bill O'Brien, they were
What are
former
two?
head coaches or coaches who are going to be head coaches. That's the thing. When you look at Dawson's history, he's never been a head coach.
So what
And
do it?
usually when you become a head coach, there's something that you did that was elite for you to get in that position. When you look at Lashley, he became a head coach in 2 years at Miami because there was something in there. When you look at Jed Fish, he went to the NFL and became an OC, then eventually a head coach. That's
Yeah,
the thing we're missing. If we can't sit here and say Dawson's going to be a head coach in the next 2 years, then why do we expect elite results?
true. But you know what? That was a foregone conclusion because everyone was like, "Oh well, man, bro, we might not have these guys here before a year, man." You know, especially after the first 4 games,
Yeah,
everyone was like, "Bro, man, we're gonna have to throw a bag at Shannon Dawson." You know what I'm saying? It's like that's not always the case. You know what I mean? Um, Wayne, our QB had 10 interceptions in 3 weeks. Wayne. We're not saying that we didn't throw the ball because I'm looking at some statistics here, and I could easily say I went back to 2021. TVD played in 10 games in 2021. He played in 11 games last year. He attempted 324 passes in 21, and he attempted 333 this particular year. Now, just for some math sake, let's say TVD played in 11 games in 2021. I think that no one would say that what Red Lashley ran was an air raid. You know what I mean? We just threw the ball. You know what I mean? TVD yards per attempt 8.1 in last year. It was 9 in 21. Um, so, I, but no one's gonna say 2021 was an air raid. It was just that was just a function of the offense. You know what I mean? But I don't. I see what you're saying, but I would chalk up the 10 interceptions more to just again Shannon Dawson just being a play caller and not being able to adjust. And like you said, QB, you know, helping get the quarterback out of the quicksand. But I mean, what do you guys think?
um, like I said, TBD dug himself in the hole. He threw some bad passes, but I also don't think we did enough to change the offense or adjust the offense for those things to get better at because we were running the same routes and teams were running the same defenses. Like it's like they knew everything. So we're asking TBD, and granted, it's his fault. Like, yo, if your guys double or triple covered, don't throw it. But I think he was trying to make something happen because nothing else was opening up. Like you can't expect much with 3 receivers and eight in coverage.
You know what you brought that up. I didn't mean to cut you out, J Love, if you were gonna say something, but that was one of the things that you brought up, and I didn't even think about it like that. It's like, yeah, we expecting a guy to figure something out with 8 men in coverage, and again, similar to Shannon Dawson, we're expecting TVD to be something that he wasn't. We're expecting TVD to be Bryce Young, expecting and to be Caleb Williams. You know what I mean? When the reality of the situation is similar to these coordinators, there's only a handful of those guys. Everyone else is operating within the system. And when things change within that system, you see that. Um, but you know, Wayne, I'm not gonna say we pass happy. And I didn't even come on this show to talk about TVD tonight. Hey, what happened when I let the chat take over? I didn't want to talk about TVD. He's a Wisconsin Badger. Nah, J Love, you got something you want to say on that?
No, man. I mean, hit it on the head, man. Well, yeah, though. I get what you're saying, and hopefully, my thing is this. This is the reason why I'm complaining. Too many years we get mad at the players because the coaches failed them. So that's the reason why I made the comment and I said everything that I said. Hopefully, whoever's the QB under Dawson, hopefully they succeed because man, I don't want to come back here over the over next winter. Like, damn, bro, like we wasted another career of a QB because the OC couldn't get it right. You feel me? That's my issue.
Yeah, I understand you. That's I said, come on, Shad. TVD was looking at the defender, still trying to. That's all. I said this on one of my lives. Um, and I meant that. I said that if TVD no longer physically can have the same advantages that he had over Emery and Jakari, put him on the bench. Simple as that. Put him on the bench. He wasn't put on the bench. And yes, you're right. Now he's looking at the defender and turning the ball over. And like my dog QB said, we're dropping 8 people back in coverage in a lot of these instances. And TVD was able to dice up man-to-man coverage, but we weren't. But he couldn't figure the zone out. And a lot of that could have been attributed to is just too many people in zone. And there's no open windows to throw the ball to.
I want to say something. The thing I saw this year with TVD was, and maybe this could be in coaching because, you know, coaching is about motivation and teaching. You can look at TVD and tell that he wasn't confident. But the thing I also noticed was the coaches kept putting him out there and they weren't confident in him. And I think that kind of I think that kind of put a bigger burden on him. Because I remember in 2021 when TVD was young, I was at the FSU 2021 game. In the first half, TVD threw 2 picks and fumbled. But did Rhett Lashley say, hey, I don't got confidence in you? He got confidence in him. And what happened? He threw for 4 touchdowns in the second half. I think with our offense is that once a turnover happens, we get a lot more conservative than we need to be.
And J-Love, you got something to say? I don't want to interject. You got something to say about that?
No. You go ahead.
Okay. No, you know what, QB? Again, I'm glad you said that because that's what I like is when people are able to look at previous instances of stuff like this happening, bring it forward. And I'm not saying this about you, Wayne, or even Nassau, but one of the problems that I see with with some people is that people do stuff in the moment, whereas it's like, well, there were situations where the same exact thing happened, and guys were able to overcome those particular situations, right, and move forward, and we don't even think about it. Prime example, going back to 2001, everyone remembers the great play that Ed Reed made. But nobody remembers the fact that the reason that Ed Reed was in that position, or we were in that position to have to make that play, is because of how poorly Ken Dorsey played that game. But no one cares because we made a great play. And like you said, QB, Rhett didn't give up on him. So what we see now is, he came back and threw 4 touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? So that's what that is. But
I have a question.
What's
Do
up?
you think that goes into that difference between the play caller and the QB whisperer?
Of course.
Okay.
Of course. Of course. Because again, going back to 2021, Rhett Lashley went there straight to it and say, look, Tyler, what don't you like? What don't you like? You don't like that? Okay, that's no longer in the playbook. We're not going to, and that's one of my biggest things, and I'm glad you brought that up, is when people say, when people the whole first part of the year, oh, the playbook, we had the playbook, we're not doing all this. And it's like, bro, the playbook is only the plays in the playbook that are going to be called are the ones that the quarterback in the skill positions are comfortable with running. That's all it is. So to say that the playbook is closed on one hand is correct, but then on the other hand is incorrect because it's like you very rarely are going to have a situation where every player can run all the plays in the playbook.
Yeah.
So So again, so yeah, again, QB. What's so funny about this, bro? And like I said, I don't. We talking about this this Shannon Dawson, and I'm kind of getting a little upset because I'm sitting up here like, bro, how can you sit here and watch film and go over this? You the quarterback coach, and you can see the plays that Tyler are doing very well. But then we get to the end of the season, and then you talking about, okay, which plays don't you like? Like, bro, what are we talking about? You see what plays he excelled at? Don't you watch the film? Oh, y'all ain't watching film this year either.
It was
Y'all,
a totally different offense. It was
hey, y'all,
like, where
hey,
was
y'all,
this before? Because you said this. You say we play for overtime. The Boston College game was the first time I looked at that game and it was like, we're trying to destroy them. That was the first game all season I looked at. The mentality of the offense was to destroy them. Every other game was, let's keep it close.
yeah. Wayne said Red told that man who thought, hey, Wayne, hey, if that's what had to happen for us to get some W's, because again, if we would have had this year's,
Wait, funny dog.
if we would have had this year's defense with that 21 team, now I mean Manny would still be here, but would nobody be caring about that's who he told him throw the ball to? I'm sure Kyle Shanahan is telling Brock Purdy who to throw the ball to. It don't matter. But again, like I said, Red Lashley the coordinator. That's because Mario is scared.
Allegedly, though, we don't want to, man. We look, Shaq. We gotta say allegedly, boy, because we don't want
Listen,
players saying we talk down on them. We calling them retarded. Allegedly,
listen. I may be taking this from the wrong context, but this is what I like about Coach Hayes. Coach Hayes said he would never have a situation, and Urban Meyer said this too, that I don't care what you got to do for that player to understand his assignment. I don't care if you got to tell him, look, you going in right here and you lining up, all you do is run after the quarterback. Don't worry about outside responsibility, nothing. Whatever you got to do to get your quarterback. So, listen, I'm not expecting for my football team to be a team full of Rhodes Scholars. If my offensive coordinator got to tell my quarterback who to throw the ball to because he schemed it up, that he understands that based on tendencies, this is the defense that they're going to be in. And if you look over here and look the safety off and then you come back over there, he's going to be open and throw the ball to him. I don't care. Now, if it affects him at the next level, he won't be the first one. He won't be the last. So while I agree with you that we're not trying to say that the players are intellectually disabled, but at the same time, if you got to tell the man what to do, don't tell him what to do. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Because again, going back to 2021, that's what one of the things that a lot of people said, like, oh man, Rhett Lashley telling TVD where to throw the ball to, he locked it onto one receiver. I don't care. I don't care because I'm looking at the stats right now. That one receiver that he was locking on to, 79 catches, 1,172 yards. The second receiver he was locking on to, 50-some catches, 543 yards. Who gonna argue with that? Nobody.
Without a decent run game, too.
No run game. Let me look at the stats again. I promise I'm looking at the stats.
Because remember, the Cheney and Harris got hurt.
Rooster only played in 8 games because of a suspension. 145 carries, 561 yards, 3.9 a carry. Cam Harris played in 7 games, 71 attempts, 409 yards. Cody Brown had a couple of carries. Thad Franklin had a couple of carries, and like you said, Dunn got hurt. But like I said, I don't care. If you got to listen, I don't care if you got to run over to the sideline after every play and you say, look, throw it to this player. He's going to be open. I don't care. So, Wayne Smith say, how do you go from calling QB power to not calling a bootleg change the scheme? Wayne, and I know Ellen going to laugh about this, but quarterback only had one leg.
He stopped.
He only had one leg. So I don't expect for him to to do all this. But again, all jokes aside, it goes right back to what I just said about the playbook. I'm sure Shannon Dawson got some rollout plays, but TVD can't do that. No one said TVD was good throwing on the run. Nobody said any of these quarterbacks are good throwing on the run. So if you got some plays that call for your quarterback to roll out of the pocket left or right, and they're not good at it, that's an element of the offense taken away right there. It's gone. So if I had a better, Wayne, like I said, I try to do this once a week, maybe twice. It just depends on how it is. You know what I mean? I try to schedule my stuff where other people not doing stuff or whatever. But anyway, QB, you just got on here. What grade do you give out recruiting class? What do you think about it?
It's hard not to give it an A. I think D-line was definitely top notch. Got one running back. I do like the receivers. I did like the linebackers. I think we just got depth at DB. But I want to ask a question. Do you feel like
Good depth.
Yeah, good depth. I don't think there's anybody elite in the DBs, but I think they're just good depth right there. But do you feel like we're just adding so many players that after a couple of practices, we're going to be like, okay, these are the top 4 or 5, and the next couple are probably going to transfer? Because remember, we had this talk before. Like now, it's like you got 2 years, or you're gone.
Yeah.
Because I feel like, look at all the D linemen we have recruited, signed this year.
I don't mean to cut
think
you
about last year.
I don't mean to cut you out, QB. What I'm gonna do right now,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go up here and look at the recruits from that first class, and then I'm glad you brought that up. We can kind of talk about, and again, not even allegedly. This is a disclaimer. We're not saying any of these guys are gonna leave. We're not saying any of that. All we're saying is these guys have been in the system 2 years, and maybe they may be getting recruited over because they haven't shown much. But continue. What you were saying though.
But even then, do you think 2 years is enough to find out who's going to ball out?
No. JLT, what do you think?
Hold on, let me do this right quick.
All right. But I'll elaborate on that a little bit more. No, I don't think it is. But I'm gonna tell you what the problem is, though, and this is the problem. And I looked at this a while ago because you're about the whole 4-star, 5-star, all that stuff like this. And I looked at what these particular websites. Matter of fact, let me pull it up right now. You can say something else, QB. Let me look this up.
All right, I'll wait for you to get in.
Okay. Let me see. Because I think this is the problem. This is one of the problems right here. Okay, let me see. I need to move my phone up. Okay, right here. See, this is the problem right here. I'm on. I like to do sources. So if anybody wants to look at this is NCSA Sports.
Oh no, where Shad went?
Yeah, I'm back. I had a phone call. So this is what they say. A 5-star prospect, right? This is what it say. Obviously, we know it's the top 30 players. It say it's ones that are expected to immediately contribute as freshmen, regardless of where they sign. That's for a 5-star. Now, this is the 4-star right here. 4 stars, they are also expected to provide immediate impact on their college teams and have potential for All-American status and professionals' careers, just not quite as likely as is expected to be the case for 5-star prospects. So think about that. We got a lot of 4 and 5-star players, right? So based on what the industry says, if you're not playing immediately, then they basically saying that you were developed enough to go to a college team and play day one. And if you're not doing that, that's a problem.
Well, here's the thing. We sound about, 4 or 5 D linemen? But we also got...
Wayne, what you mean? What's BS, Wayne? Talk to me. What you say? Excuse me.
But we also got some in the portal. So basically, we got what, 7, 8 people coming in at one time, plus those from last year and the year before. So how are we going to truly develop all these players or find out who's the best?
You can't.
'Cause-
No, I'm gonna tell you this: how you figure out who the best is
Mm.
by what they just said. If you can contribute day one, that's your,
Yep.
that's your develop. Because this been my whole thing like this, right? And I stand on this. You only get developed by playing in the game.
Mhm.
That's why I'm so nervous about the freshman linebackers when they're red shirt freshmen next year. How they gonna look because they didn't really play a lot of snaps this year. And then you replacing, and that's why I think like Cloud or Cloyd, as well as Basaint and obviously Kiko, they're gonna have the upper hand because they've played.
Yeah.
And asking for these guys to step in. Now, I'm not saying this, but again, based on what these recruiting services say, none of those freshman linebackers that we had made an immediate impact. And again, we had guys that could play in front of them, but according to that site, those guys should have been able to take somebody's spot or at least been in the 2 deep, and that just didn't happen. Now I'm not saying that they not gonna pan out, but like you said, QB, this technically would be their second year on campus, and if they don't make something happen this upcoming year, they very well could be passed over.
Yep.
J Love, you back?
Yeah. I'm back. Yeah. Dog, shot. I'm glad you said that, dog. That's been the issue at linebacker for us for the past 10 years. They just can't get on the field. Ever since Pickens, Quarterman, it's been hard for us to just put a linebacker in the field and say, man, look, just go. Just go and figure it out, man.
Okay. Well, see, Wayne, I didn't go off of 247. So I gave the source, but I have looked at 247 criteria, and while that is a part of their criteria, the other part is they expect for you to play early. That's the other part of it too. So those two things coincide together. But yeah, like you said, J Love T, yeah, the linebacker have been leaking. Like it has been devoid of key talent for a long, long time. And I think we have it now on paper. But again, like I said, it has to change. I mean, it has to get better. So check this out right here. So QB, I'm looking at this right now.
Mhm.
Okay. So obviously Leonard Taylor and James Williams. Like my dog Wayne said, or what part of what I said, they did contribute day one. Leonard Taylor might actually be a first round pick. He might be. Maybe late, but he might be. James Williams, I don't know if James Williams will be a 5-star unless he tests out of the world, right? All right, so our third highest rated player from 2021, Jake Garcia. Jake Garcia's gone. He didn't start at his next place. All right, Elijah Arroyo. Elijah Arroyo got hurt, but he had some promise, so we'll actually see what it looks like. But if you think about it, we kind of have recruited over Elijah Arroyo. If you think about it, Romello Brinson is gone. Brashard is here. This will be his 4th year on campus. He was rated 4-star by 247, but we could argue that he hasn't got a lot of opportunities.
Yeah.
We've had some turmoil, but that's that. Chase Smith, 4-star. I ain't gotta say nothing about that. Lofton was a 4-star. I ain't gotta say nothing about that. Tyler Johnson, which is JJ's little brother, he's no longer here. 4-star. Dad Franklin, 4-star. He's no longer here. Cody Brown, he left. Lawrence Seymour was a 3-star. So we getting into that. But I mean, looking at it, I mean, that's kind of what it is, man. So really, yeah, 2 years. And the thing about Romello Brinson, kind of similar to Brashard, is like them guys, they didn't really get a lot of opportunities. I know, Romello was always going to be remembered for having that great one-hand catch in the end zone, but I mean, that's about it, at least from a Miami Hurricane perspective. But what do you guys think?
Do you think that the rotations need to be better?
Nah, they don't earn it. They don't earn it. They gotta earn it, man.
But okay, hold on. Here's the thing. Goes back to what Sean said about coordinator and play call. You do notice that we rotated a lot more on defense than we did on offense, outside of running back, because we really didn't rotate our receivers.
And you know what, QB? I don't even want to say we rotated the running backs. I don't know what that was.
Well, we did a committee or something.
J Love T, what do you, maybe y'all have a better understanding. J Love T, what do you call what we did
I don't know, bro, because I don't know how you can
in
get
the
a
chat?
rhythm. There's no rhythm.
In the chat, what do y'all consider what we did with the running backs this year?
You ever seen a 7-year-old try to do salsa for the first time?
No.
No rhythm.
I like that. I like that. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. But QB, to answer your question, that's why I like to listen to a lot of different shows and stuff. And so one of the things that I learned, and Zach Smith talked about this, obviously he's a former wide receiver coach. And he said that it was imperative for him to have a not a deep rotation, but have a nice rotation of wide receivers, because what ends up happening towards the end of the season, the guys' legs get tired.
Mm-hmm.
Because you giving them so many you giving them so many reps and they've run so many routes, and you haven't got a lot of guys integrated in there. So I think this particular year, this year coming up, it's gonna be interesting because you went and got some high profile wide receivers, and they weren't high profile. But y'all talk. Let me go back. I think it was a 2018 class, or maybe the 2017 class. Hold up, let me see something. Hold up.
I think these three receivers were 4 stars and better.
Hold
I
up.
think JoJo was the.
Yeah, I'm listening.
I think JoJo was the only one who was like possible 5 star. In some places, he was a 4 star. But it's gonna be real interesting because next year we don't know if Restrepo's coming back. We got Brashard coming back. George, Shamar Kirk. Who else we have? Michael Redden is still on the team.
The Michael Redden, old man Redden is still holding on. Let me see. I try to look at something and it won't. I'm trying to think. What class was that? Was that Al Golden's class? You know where we had Deontay Mullins, all them guys. Was that class? What class? What year was that?
Yeah, I think they came with Golden, but the second year was with Rick.
So that was the 20.
Rick came the same year as Rick first.
So
Rick had to close it out.
okay, so that was a 2016 class. I'm bringing it up for a reason. Yeah. Wish I could type a little bit faster.
Did Mullins come with Lango?
Wait a minute. Was Sam Bruce? R.I.P. to Sam Bruce. I think that was that class. No, it had to be. Okay, yeah. I'm trying to think about. It was one of the recruiting classes where we had those. We had those freshman receivers, and like all of them ended up like some of them. They end up transferring like the next year. Like Deontay Mullins, and then we had the other young cat. He transferred to Georgia Tech.
Gosh, who is this?
I don't know.
Yeah, they're talking about Ezra.
Yeah,
Ezra.
yeah.
And
But
that's why, dog, Shad, that's what I was telling you earlier, dog. The thing with UM, man, UM build their wide receivers slowly, kid. It takes time for them to develop. Even now, you're not going to see wide receivers go in game one and dominate. This isn't the Amari Cooper era when they was going up against other corners that was 19, 20 years old. These corners 20, 21, 22, some 23.
yeah.
20.
Yeah, you know what, J Love, that's a great point. That doggone COVID stuff, that's a great point.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
Ennis
I got
started, I think.
Ennis stat. You want to know Ennis stat last year for Ohio State?
hey, you know what? I'm glad you brought that up, but finish that. I'm glad you brought that up.
One catch for 58 yards.
I'm gonna tell you something about that. That was one of the things that were kind of irking me with people on Twitter is they were talking about Brandon Ennis' lack of productivity at Ohio State and how he should have stayed at Miami. And I'm like, bro, I understand where you're trying to go with that, but let's not act like that Robbie Washington played a lot.
Yeah.
Let's let's not act like that Ray he didn't really
Oh,
play.
I forgot about those two as well. Ooh.
Yeah.
So so like I said, I kind of people kind of look at me the wrong way. They're like, oh man, bro, you be tripping, bro. They're like, no, like if you're gonna make a point, let's make sure that we cleaned our table out first before
Mm-hmm.
Brandon Ennis not being used at Ohio State as if Robbie Washington got used this particular year. And we love the Washington Twins because they ran old boy over to LSU. But that that didn't get them no playing time this year. Shamar Kirk didn't play, period.
Yep.
Exactly, dog.
Yeah, but let me see. We ain't kind of time. Let me see. Now I'm not disagreeing with you, more so disagreeing with these ranking systems and their reasons. That's the thing with me, man. It's like that's why I don't follow recruiting right there. Because you're trying to tell me that you can forecast what a player's gonna do at the next level without and I did a video about this. It's like you don't know if that player is maxed out in high school. You don't know if something's gonna happen in their life, a traumatic experience is gonna change it. You don't know that a player could go to a college and get homesick. And all it takes is for you to fall off 1 year to where your value ain't the same anymore. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I don't do that because they can only all they can take into consideration is what you do on the field. But we understand a lot of this is mental at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Anthony Mendez said I would give it an A- to me a secondary suspect. Secondary. All right, that's a good topic because I seen people talk about that. That was one thing that I think Lakers said before he dropped off. What do y'all think about what do y'all think about the secondary?
I think time will tell. Um, uh, it's old. It's an older group except for the safety position. But time will tell, man. I got faith in Gidry because that's in Gidry's ball game. He gonna get them boys right, especially how the safeties finished the season last year. You feel me? I just wish Avante was still here because it would have been his turn. But yeah, man, I think they're gonna be the surprise because of the coaching and just do your job. Do your goddamn job, bro. The front seven is set, man. You feel me?
Yeah. Hey, QB, I don't know if you was on because the kind you biting. Did you answer which class you thought was better? Last year's class or this year's class? Did I ask you that?
Which class?
The last year 2023 class, do you think it was better than the 2024 class this year? Which one you think was better?
Ooh, I would say I think it might be even. I think,
Maybe even. No,
yeah.
I can't let you get away with that now. You gotta pick one. Pick one. hey, you gotta pick one. Which one?
Oh, let me.
What happened? He blacked out?
Oh, I don't know. Sound like he did. Or maybe you want to go look at something. But Coach Hayes in the building, brother Newts.
Shout out to Coach Hayes, man. Sorry I didn't catch your last show, dog. I had these jams, man, but I had to show love to Shad, dog. Drop these jams, dog. But dog, Shad, dog, I'm telling you, bro. Listen, man, UM gonna win these 10 games, dog. I'm telling you, dog. Just by these trenches alone, man. I,
Okay.
I'm not even panicking about the QB position. I'm not even panicking.
Hey, J Love, let me ask you this question. Um, What do you think about um Najee Kelly as well as Akeem Mesidor returning back from season-ending lower extremity injuries? We don't know what the injuries were, but they were.
Hmm.
Do you think they can bounce back and play
They
at the
have to.
level?
They ain't got no. They have to. They have to. But you know what's the beauty part of it? We don't have to throw them under fire because of the depth that we got. They don't got to be Superman. If they could come back day one, cool. If they could come in the middle of the season and come with that experience, better. You feel me? And that's what depth gets you. You feel me? The same way we talked about how the wide receiver position is deep to the point that we can forget about JJ. We can say that about the front four now. We can say that. And the only reason why we can't say front seven, because those linebackers still got to go out there and play. We don't know what's behind the three that we got, like you said earlier, but they got to play, though. They got to play, man.
Yeah. Coach Hayes said this on his other show the other night, and that wasn't the question that I asked him, but I agree with what he said. When he said that moving forward, he feels like that the linebacker room is probably the best room, what has the most potential, along with the running back room. Do you agree with that, or do you feel like that there's another room that you feel has maybe more potential than the linebacker room? Because I kind of tend to agree that I think the linebacker room is in great hands.
Offensive line.
Offensive line, okay.
Offensive line.
I
With
got you.
Jalen Rivers coming back, plus the JUCO, the JUCO monster. You feel me? I'm trying to be different. Listen, man. Dog, I'm telling you, bro, dog. If we get the right QB, the QB that just does his job, even just a game manager, we don't need a superstar. Listen, man, we're gonna do big things next year, dog. I'm telling you, man. So yeah, my answer is offensive line because it has to. It has to. They gotta step up. They gotta take their game to the next level. They have to. For us to have a good season next year, it's do or die for that offensive line room.
Okay. So let me ask you this, J Love T, and I say QB, you tap back in. But J Love T, let me ask you this. You and me and you, we in the same boat on this. I don't care about the quarterback situation personally. And like I said on one of my previous lines, I'm not gonna go back and forth with anybody about which quarterback they prefer or this quarterback.
Yeah,
All I say is the only critique that I had against Cam Ward is the fact that I don't think he may fit this system the way that he fits. But with that being said, are you of the mindset that it don't matter who the quarterback is, it's 10 wins or bust?
yes.
Okay, then we're on the same boat.
And I'm gonna say this again. So I gotta repeat it with Cam Ward on, bro. If Cam comes, they gonna teach him. Or they gonna tell him either you stay your ass in that pocket or go forward, or we pulling your ass out. Because
Hey,
I'm telling you, quarterbacks like that, dog, they put you in messed up situations in second and third down, dog. I'm
so
telling you, man.
let me ask you this other question too. We're replacing Lee as well as Cohen, and then replacing the two safeties and a couple more guys too. Bringing in maybe some transfer guys to fill in stuff like that. Um, are you concerned with the guys having a problem gelling together?
No. You want to know why?
Okay, I'm listening.
Gidry. Look what Gidry did in year one.
Okay.
New system and new assignments because of Gidry. Everything falls on Gidry. See, the issue we have on offense, we don't have that on defense. We don't have that on defense. See, that's Gidry's job. You feel me? It's not like Shannon Dawson to where he's chasing Cam Ward to where if we paying you this money, if you are this guy, we supposed to give you someone that has what it takes and keep it moving. But nah, Gidry gonna get them boys right. And another thing too, especially at that safety position, I don't think they're gonna settle. They're not gonna settle, dog. I'm telling you, we still got the spring and the summer. If it don't look right, They're gonna make something happen. It's a must for this defense to work. It's a must because they're the last man standing. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I ain't worried about that. On the defensive side, I'm not worried. Listen, I'm not worried, man. I'm not worried, dog. We JT, a Samoan brother, a die. Gidry. I'm not worried about the defense. The defense was not the issue for me. The defense was not the issue. The issue for me was the offense didn't do enough.
Yeah.
The offense didn't do enough. That's my issue, homie. I'm telling you, dog. If what I'm predicting is true, they could win 10 games. I don't care who's at QB. I don't care who's at QB. I'm telling you, dog.
Okay. QB, you back?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. You got a chance to look at that in terms of 2023 and 2024?
I'm gonna go with 24.
Go
I
to-
just think the D line just takes it over the top, just with Justin Scott, Jones, Lightfoot.
Shaq, can you do me a favor? My bad, QB. Can you put up Nassau's comment? Because we're gonna address that. He said, if that was the case, that you should have won 10 this season, regardless of the QB. Put that up right quick. Can you put that up? Because
Yes.
he gonna make us work. Gonna make us work. Oh, go ahead, QB. My apologies for interrupting you.
Oh, no problem. I just think the D line just takes us over the top, and I think last year's class was solid all around.
Okay.
But I think this class is solid, and the D line is elite. So I have to go with 24.
The personnel of the defense is elite.
Yeah.
Personnel.
Okay.
All right. Now, can we get Nassau right quick? Yo, Nassau, you said if that was the case, we should have won 10. How many did we win? How many did we win this year?
We won 7.
Okay. Now, name the losses. Let me go ahead. Georgia Tech to Miami. Should Miami have won that game?
Yeah.
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 Okay. Let me keep going. North Carolina versus Miami. Was it a blowout? No.
I say it was a blowout.
Yeah.
Simply because they went up about 3 possessions on us, and I think they kind of took their foot off the gas, in my opinion. But yeah.
Okay, good. Now, Florida State.
It was there.
North Carolina State, that was a blowout. Let's move forward. Now, Louisville.
No.
That's 3 right there. That's 3. Now, I didn't say we can go out there with a walk on and make it happen.
Yeah.
But remember this, Nassau. The situation that we was in December, between this December and last December, are 2 completely different things. Let me remind y'all what happened. TVD wanted to back out in April or May. Remember that, Sean? When they was talking about him going to Alabama, and to me, that set the tempo of the whole season, in my opinion.
What's up, Kane? Thing 24.
Yeah, that set the tempo because if TVD would have said that in December, Rashada would have been at Miami. That's facts. Rashada would have been the starting QB at Miami right now. Now, fast forward, we're in December. We hold the keys to what we want. It's a completely different ball game. And even if we don't get Cam Ward, there's still other candidates out there. So Mr. Nassau, that's the difference. We control our destiny, especially on the roster that we still have time to build. We're in December. Remember, in spring, there's going to be a whole nother group that's leaving and coming in. So that's, like I said, that's why I'm excited. The players, it's not even done yet. We don't even know who's going to boot up. But with the personnel and what we got so far, and including the freshman class and what we could do at the QB position, that's what I'm excited about. And you should be too.
You know what, J Love? That didn't even cross my mind. I talked about it, but I didn't put that context in it like you did when you spoke about TVD threatening to leave from a mindset. What could that do for the psyche of the team? And I do think that may could have played a huge role because it's like you're not all the way in, bought in, and you kind of alienated yourself. You're probably making the most money on the team. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that probably could have played.
Here's a question on that.
Yeah,
Did he threaten to leave or someone came and it got out? Now, I blame him for letting it get out,
let me see. It's
but
but the last rumor that I heard was that someone in his camp reached out.
Yeah.
yeah,
So
like if the agent, like your agent is always going to do what's best for you.
yeah, so that's the thought process. That's the thought process that I got with it.
I
So
think it getting out impacted the team, but I don't think it's like if someone's probably, let's say, who's on our team, like Kobe Young. Let's say Georgia wanted Kobe Young the whole time. It just didn't get out.
like I said, that was odd. AQB. Like I said, we went on Twitter. K fans say he underutilized. He need more targets. Also, K fans, he couldn't run the right routes.
Oh my God.
Bruh, I can't listen. I can't do it with some of these people. I can't do it. Um, but I guess we can wrap it up on the bowl game or whatever, and get out of here. I appreciate y'all rocking. I appreciate everybody rocking in the chat.
Nah,
Uh,
appreciate you, dog. Appreciate you, man.
J
No
Lo,
problem.
what are y'all okay? What are the thoughts about the bowl game in terms of with with the exception of the quarterback, obviously, and some more key contributors. What do you and this is a question for the chat too. What do you feel is a good margin of victory against Rutgers? Because QB, I know you said you still like them 63-0 games. You know what I mean?
Mm.
I remember you said that, but what do you think is a good margin of victory against a Rutgers team?
Yeah.
Uh,
Nassau said 21. South Coast said 17. What do you guys think?
I just think victory in particular because we have a
Okay,
new QB,
come on, QB. Now
Huh?
come on now. Come on. Give me a number.
3-7,
Okay.
because you have a new QB. You basically got at least two new linemen coming in because Lee is gone and Cohen is gone. Kobe Young is gone, so who's starting there? And JB's gonna have to develop, uh, guys, what does it call it? A repertoire with the receivers.
Yeah.
Defensively, we're losing both our safeties, so I think we're gonna be weak in certain areas, but I still believe we should win 3-7. I mean, by 3 to 7 points.
Okay. What about you, J. Love?
Man, I'm gonna be real with you, dog. I care about, man, who balls for this game, bro.
Oh, come on.
I don't care. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm okay. I'm gonna say a touchdown. But my expectations is not to win, is who steps up and who could show us something. You get what I'm saying? Can Jacoby have a good game? Who will step up at wide receiver? You feel me? Can Mark Fletcher go crazy in this game? You get what I'm saying? So I think it's more of an aspect of it. I don't want to win 28-7, and it was all of the defense. We we didn't go forward. You get what I'm saying, Shad? We didn't go
But
forward.
but again, J. Love, like QB said, and I said this on Coach Hayes show too. JB ain't played a snap of football
Yeah,
this year. So if we do win 28-7, let me ask you this. And to me, hey yo, what's up? To me, a good margin of victory to me is 14 points. because Rutgers, they haven't done anything on offense. But let me ask you this particular question: if JB doesn't play well,
Mm-hmm.
should that be an indictment on him? Even though he has not played a single solitary snap this entire season.
No, no. We'll be disappointed though. We can't run from that. We'll be disappointed. Keep it real, Shad.
Hey, but you know what though? You know this the bad thing about it. If he doesn't play well, he gonna catch flack. No one's gonna care that he hasn't played a snap. But then if he plays good, and it goes back to what Lakers was saying. He knows that look, I can play as good as I want to. I'm not about to get a fair shot at the quarterback job next year. I'm not. Because y'all not paying me $1 million or $2 million. I'm not getting it. So
Yeah, you're right, dog.
it's
You're
messed.
right.
So QB, what do you think? Do you think that'll be fair? I mean, if he doesn't play well, yeah. I'll just ask it that way. Let me ask it this way. What's a realistic expectation stat line wise for Ja'Cory Brown in the ball game?
Okay, I got you. 60% passing, 2 touchdowns,
2 passing or just 2 total?
2 total. That's a very good question. 2 total.
Here go Nassau. Nassau, you gotta stop that, bro. You gotta stop that. Yeah.
Oh man.
QB, what you think?
August 23rd. I think he'll get over 50%. I expect a lot of screen passes. For me, maybe 15 of 29.
No, percentage. I think that's more better percentage.
I mean, either or. You know.
Yeah, percentage.
Yeah.
Oh, percentage. With the screen passes, I'll say about 58 to 60%.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But I don't think it'll be an indictment on him because he hasn't played well. He hasn't had any chemistry with the receivers. I'm not sitting here expecting him to have a Cam Newton or Vince Young type game. Now, it's possible, but I'm not expecting much from him with finally getting first team snaps, finally playing in the game after a year. So and also we can't expect him to play elite if we don't think our OC is elite.
Yeah. Fair.
And I'm gonna say this, and I forgot to say this too. If he does play well, people are gonna say, "Oh, that's just Rutgers."
Oh nah. We ain't listen. We ain't buying
I
that.
think they'll be on his side.
They'll be on
Well,
his side, dog.
It depends.
I'm gonna tell, bro. It's some people that have dug a hole so deep on this Ja'Cory situation that you will have to throw, bro. You would have to go get a helicopter to get them out of that hole. That's how deep that hole is. There's no ladder. There's no rope. You gotta get a helicopter to get them out of there. But
Yeah.
let me ask my own question, then I get to y'all. 58 to 60% passing, about a $180, $190 passing, 1 touchdown, 60 yards rushing, 1 to 2 touchdowns on the ground. That's my thought process. So what would you about to say, J Love?
Shad, I'm telling you right now, if JB go crazy, this changes everything. I'm telling you, Hayes is gonna go nuts. Wholesome's gonna go nuts. Flo is gonna go nuts because you know what's going to happen? They really are going to take their time on the QB search.
No.
I'm praying for JB, dog. I'm rooting for JB. I'm telling you, If JB show us something, we're not putting that pressure on him. But if he show us something that it can work, that changes everything. I'm telling you, it will change everything. It won't fix it now. We still probably gotta make something happen. But boy, oh boy, don't let JB throw for 300 yards, 3 touchdowns. He QB sneaked 2 and threw 1 bomb. Oh no, don't do that, boy. Whew, don't do that.
Hey, listen, I'm doing this just for Nassau. Let me turn this gray cloud black. Let me turn it black. What if Shannon Dawson don't call plays conducive to highlight what JB does well?
Nah, man, we'll be talking about fire Dawson, man. No, man, I ain't gonna lie. He better not. Yeah.
No, we won't. No, we won't. You know why?
Okay.
Why? You know why? Because they're gonna say JB wasn't that good to begin with.
Okay. Let Shannon Dawson try to run double hitch routes and tell JB he has to hit a 50-yard cross route on the outside of the field. Nah, bro, they gonna snap on him. I'm telling you right. Hey,
hey, check this out. Hey, no, no. Be honest though. Be honest. Like I said, this is why I love listening to Coach Hayes, because he said this, and I'm paraphrasing. If they don't want you there anymore, they're gonna make your time there, uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
So, disclaimer: somebody can screenshot this or whatever the situation is. What if Shannon Dawson don't call plays that are conducive to Jakari? Because listen, we have no film. Now we know what Josh Gaddis was able to call for Jakari against Georgia Tech, but we don't know what Shannon Dawson gonna call for JB. We don't know that.
Listen, there's 2 people in my lives you can't fool. You can't fool a Haitian parent, and you can't fool a Hurricanes fan. Listen, let Dawson go out there with that bull. They not gonna spare him. It reminded me of the Enos. You can't say Enos. Enos. Remember when he played Florida, and everybody looked like, yo, something ain't right. Why did he
hold a good game against Florida?
But he was holding the ball too damn long. And when he went to North Carolina and did that same bullshit, they wanted him going. Listen, Dawson, there's more eyes on Dawson than it is on Brown, believe it or not. Dawson better show us that he can adapt. Because listen, if you can't make it work for Brown, what faith do we have that you're gonna make it work for the transfer QB that's coming in? No. It don't work like that.
You know why, J. Lil T? You know why?
Talk to me.
Tell you why. Because the simple answer to that is, well, we don't have all of the talent in the building that we need right now. They'll be in the building for spring ball and for fall camp.
It happened twice. I'm history lesson.
Jay, look, hold that thought. And QB, what is Shannon Dawson's offense? Or what is the offense that Shannon Dawson coordinates? Who is the point man in that offense?
The slot.
And who is the man that JB missed on the fade route?
Oh,
Strippo.
So again, J. Lil T. Are you expecting Shannon Dawson to change the offense from being dependent upon this? Because, again, I'm playing devil's advocate.
Yeah.
So cloud is out. You think Shannon Dawson about to change that to where Xavier Streppo ain't about to get 13, 14 targets against Rutgers?
I'm speaking for the Hurricane fans. We've been in this situation 2 times.
Okay.
The first one we remember, it was Enos. When he was a disaster with 3 quarterbacks. You saw what the fans did to Enos. They ain't blame the QBs. What they did, they took 80% of the blame, but they got Enos up out of there. And the second time was Gaddis. Listen, you can fool me once with TVD. You're not going to fool me once with JB.
Dawson not going nowhere.
Fool me 3 times. Because I'm telling you, dog, if it don't look right, If he's forcing JB to do what he wants, it's going to be a problem. I'm telling you, dog. We listen. You know better. I know better. I'm just a fan. They don't want to hear that. The other boys, especially Hayes. Hayes don't want to. Hayes a coach. You
Listen,
know Hayes. Hayes' philosophy is, boy,
listen.
I don't care how you got to do it. You better teach him. You recruited him. He made it to college football. You better, if you got to call his high, what you say, Coach Hayes? If you got to call his high school coach and figure out what work, you better figure it out. They're not sparing, dog. I'm telling you, dog. I'm telling you, if it's a disaster, Dawson is going to catch hell from now to the Florida game. Watch. I'm gonna be on Twitter too. I'm gonna be on Twitter.
But all I'm saying is though, I'm just saying. One of my things about JB and one of the things I say about quarterbacks like this is that they need a big target to throw the ball to. Listen, I'm not about to expect JB to be able to go out there and make the throws to X that TVD can. And I can also say that Shannon Dawson has had a month of time to get a plan together because you knew JB was going to be the quarterback.
Yeah.
But again, I'm not about to expect Shannon Dawson to do something that he has not shown me that he can do.
Hey, I got the question for you. I know you got to go, but I got the question for you.
No, I got.
Ready?
I was just saying, you know.
Yeah. You ready for this? You ready for this? I'm gonna give you time now. You said he had a month to get ready. If he didn't adopt the JB, isn't that a red flag to you? Does that concern you from this day forward?
No, because because this was the beginning of our conversation. He's a play caller. If he was a coordinator, I would have concern. But he's not a coordinator. He's a play caller.
How are we gonna make it work with another QB then? Because this,
because JLT, this is what it is. You're recruiting guys that fit into your system. JB is the outlier. I wouldn't even say JB is like Cam Ward. I would say Cam Ward is a little different than JB.
okay.
Because of what you said about the high school. And just to take it a step back, this was one of the things that I said against when Cam Harris came, pause, and Lorenzo Lingard. And I said, I think Cam Harris is going to adapt quicker because Cam Harris is already playing in the offense that we already run, whereas Lorenzo Lingard is coming from a triple option. So it's going to take him time to understand and realize, seeing his keys and stuff, being in predominantly a running back in the shotgun. And so I think we can see right now that was right because Cam looked well and Lorenzo Lingard is at Akron. So,
Facts.
but QB,
Great point.
QB, do you think that Shannon Dawson? You think Shannon Dawson gonna call his offense and expect JB to run it?
I think we're gonna run the ball a lot.
I can agree with that.
And we might have a QB power every once in a while.
Okay, I can agree with that. But but I'm gonna say this: I would like to see, if they feel comfortable enough with JB to call like that wheel route that they run to the slot guy.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be comfortable to see if they do that, or that deep corner route that they that made so popular this year. I would be interested to see if he does call that. You know what I mean?
So you agree that they should let him have fun, like let him show his worth. You feel me? Make him man's audition.
But then, but listen, another black cloud. He might transfer. How good do we want him to make him look? We don't want to outbid nobody for JB. If he look good,
I don't think they could. Look how they did in the coast.
Bro. We can't put nothing past these people, man. You know what? It might. Hey, listen. This the cane juice talking, man. Don't mind.
The other question is, what if a QB in the transfer portal commits before the bowl game?
See, that's the thing. Our bowl game is what, the 28th. Cam Ward is supposed to make his decision on Monday. That's what the dad said.
I don't think he coming, bro.
I mean,
I think he's a Florida State spy, bro. I'm telling you, kid.
The inside, the insider said it's done deal. My dog Birdstone earlier said that that's what everybody's saying on Twitter.
It's he coming to Miami?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the rumor.
That's the room.
Allegedly.
Oh,
I hope.
I told y'all, man, what those people do, man. This that's what they do, man.
Fall on the ground, right? And I look up and Dr. Martin Luther King. I said, Dr. King. He said, oops, I thought you were somebody else. Oh man, you lying. You ain't never met Martin Luther King. Knocked the wind out of me. Yes, he did. No, it didn't. Yes, he did. No, he did not.
So, and what it is, man. But got any closing statements, man? We'll get up out of here, man. I enjoyed this, bro. J Love T, QB, you my dog. J Love, y'all my dog. So, y'all got
No
any
problem.
closing say?
Man, listen, man. Shout out to Cristobal. Like I said, if anybody can give me that answer on Twitter, though, I would appreciate it. When was the last time we got a 5-star offensive lineman and then came back with a 5-star, another trenches the very next year? Very rare, man. Like I said, man, I have big dreams for next year for this team, though.
We probably have to go back to 04, 04, 05 or something.
Wait, Keyhole. So, hold, J-Love, I got a question.
Talk to
Are
me.
you expecting 10 wins next year? Or 10 wins is what you think Mario should get?
That's a very good question. I'm expecting 10 wins, but I'm not putting everything on Mario because I think Mario Mario has done his part. It's no longer on Mario. I'm gonna tell you why. The eyes is gonna be on Dawson and Guidry. We already know Guidry is camped.
Hello, J Love T.
Go ahead, talk to me.
Coach, I feel away because you said you like J Love and QB's perspective. What about my perspective? What about my perspective? Is it because I said the Cane juice was doing this? This is the Cane juice talking. Is that what it is? It's biting ourselves, Coach. It's biting.
Definitely, dog.
But yeah, what you saying?
Let me put you on, QB.
Okay.
I think more eyes is going to be on Dawson and Guidry. It's not on Mario. I'm going to tell you why it's not on Mario. Mario, right? Even with the season that he had this year, he did something that the Kane fans wanted. And we don't mind if he's here for another 4 or 5 years. And that stacked chips on top of chips on top of chips. Even after this year, he was still able to get a top 3 class. And he was able to build the roster that he needed. Now he showed us that he could do that. Yes, win and losses matter, but we know sooner or later we're going to have that breakthrough. So he's already past step 1. He's accomplished more than what Golden did with what Rick did and everything. This is top 3. Top 3. 2 more top 3s, we can walk through the ACC. So I expect 10 wins, but it's not on Mario. It's on Dawson. Believe it or not, Dawson has to show us something, or else he's getting out. You get what I'm saying, QB?
Mm-hmm.
So that's the reason why I expect 10 wins. They better win 10 games, or else it's gonna be like I forgot what year. Even if it's 9, it's gonna be unacceptable. I'm telling you. Listen, I'm telling you, dog. When you have talent like this, you can't waste it. Because if I give you the Lamborghini, right? If I'm a parent, if I give you the Lamborghini and you crashed it, that's on you. I worked hard and got you this Lamborghini. Because we can't wait, because we can't be wasting talent anymore, dog. We can't. Before QB, because I already know some people are gonna be like, oh, I'm a hypocrite, oh Manny Diaz and stuff like that. This recruiting has never been at where it was before. If Manny was able to keep some of the top local talents at top 2, top 3, he would still be here. Same thing for Golden, same thing for Rick. The reason why they had to go, they lost the community. It's the opposite with Mario. He's gaining a community with hand in hand in hand. So I expect 10 wins. They better win 10 games, or we're gonna have a problem. We're gonna have a problem. We're gonna have a problem. Especially if FSU, FS Pool, we're gonna have a problem. Trust me, kid.
So
For the most,
that's so if they don't win 10 games, it's not on Mario, it's on the coordinators.
No. I'm glad you said that. We still gonna be mad at Mario.
Or
We still gonna be pissed off, but it ain't gonna be no banner. We see right now, Mario is here to stay. It ain't gonna be no banner because Mario already accomplished one part, and that's lock down the crib. So he has that. He has that. So now we have to help him, or we have to keep investing to make his job easier to help him accomplish. So yeah, it's gonna be on him, but he's going to have to fire some people. And I'm telling you, number one is on that list. I'm telling you, listen, man. I told you here this first. I usually say this to Coach Hayes. I'm gonna put it on Chad's show. I'm gonna remember this. It's going to be on Dawson. They're going to hold Dawson accountable. I'm telling you, kid. I'm telling you, dog. I'm telling you, especially with that young bull. Yo, Shad, you saw that young bull play? Denny, the kid from Million?
who?
The 2025 QB we got.
Oh, Luke Nickel. Oh no. I ain't. I ain't watching. Like I said, this is my thing, and like I said, I'm consistent with it. I draw my judgments once they make it the green tree.
Listen, that's a bad mother.
Yeah,
Okay.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Okay.
QB.
Okay, so
Yeah, okay.
I don't want to keep the conversation going. Y'all got to go.
No, keep it going, man.
No, I ain't got nothing. I ain't got.
I can turn off the monitor. It could be me and you all night, dog. You feel me?
Let's say
I ain't got nothing to
there's
do.
10 wins next year. The year after that, are you expecting championship?
No, that's not fair. That's not fair. That's not
Year
fair.
4.
No, that's not fair. We can't do that. The reason we only can talk about the year that's coming up because we see what's in front of us. You feel me? We can't say 2 years from now championship because we don't know what's going on everywhere else. You feel me? We can say 2 years from now championship. There's for some god reason Bill Belichick is the head coach at Florida State. Oh my God. You feel me? Like there's things that you don't have control over. Just like Alabama. They thought they was going to run everything for the rest of the decade. And Georgia said, man, you know what? Let me take Kirby up off you. And I bet you Alabama did not know Kirby was going to run Georgia the way that he was running Georgia now. Trust me, if that was the case, they would have never let him leave. I'm telling you, we can't predict 2 years from now. There's a lot of things going on. Archie Manning could be he probably hit a talent spurt and take over college football. I know that's rare. I know. I'm just saying. Michigan could probably get over the hump. Georgia will probably keep rolling. There's probably a generational quarterback that we don't know yet. The kid from Tennessee could probably go off. He could probably be the guy that people expect him to be. USC could probably take off. They probably finally get a defense and get things rolling. It's not fair to predict 2 years from now. I only can tell you what I expect for this year. And then once it happens and once the recruiting and all that comes together, then we can talk about the next year. You can, especially with the transfer portal, you could be look at Dion. You could be a 0-win team this year and a 10-win team the next year. No, that's even with TCU. You could be a 2-win team this year, and a 12-win team the next year. Okay, we don't control that destiny like that no more. The only thing we can do is stack our chips. That's the only thing we can do. Stack our chips. Keep praising these young boys. Take over recruiting and stack our chips.
All right.
So J Love T, let me ask you this. Okay, like I said, me and you on the same page about the aspect of regardless of the QB, we should be looking at 10 wins. So let me ask you this. Do you feel like that would be asking for too much if we added onto that plate winning the ACC next year?
Yeah, it'll be too much. I'm gonna tell you why. I don't know how we're gonna get the 10. We might get the 10 on the bowl game.
Hey, you know what?
We might get the 10. And remember, the ACC alignment is different as well.
Let's
The ACC
hey,
is
let's look at
different.
our schedule. Let's look at our schedule.
Yeah. We don't know
Yeah,
how
y'all
we're gonna
finish.
get the 10.
Y'all finish. Hey, y'all can finish. Let me look at our schedule next year.
No. The reason why I say that, remember, I think the ACC alignment changed next year. We don't, bro. We're gonna have to go undefeated. I ain't say 12 now. I'm not gonna scream. I don't even want to say it because I don't want to jinx it. I'm not gonna say 12-0. I'm not saying it. I'm not jinxing our Canes. I swear to you, if you call my Twitter and you say the number 12-0, I'm blocking you. On God, I'm blocking you. Even if I love you, I'm blocking you. I will block my own mama if she say 12-0. I'm blocking you. If you NMD TV, I'm blocking you. Hayes, I can block you on Twitter, but still subscribe on YouTube. I'm blocking you if you bring that number up. But yeah, I don't
Okay.
know how to get those 10 wins.
Okay. So I got the schedule right here in front of me.
I think that's a good question because when you
That's-
ask like for the 10 wins, it's also based upon what other teams are doing as well.
Yes.
So
Yes.
you
Okay.
expect us to be better than at
This
least
year.
10 teams on our schedule, regardless of what they're doing.
Yes.
Okay. Because I was
Okay.
trying to get to the expectations of what you're looking for.
Okay. Like I said, I'm looking at the schedule right now. So I'm gonna go right off hand, and I'm just again, this is way too early. I'm just gonna name these couple of teams because I don't think that they will probably make significant strides in the portal uh, to make a difference. And I'm gonna exclude Florida State. So let's go to. I don't think Cal is gonna do much in the portal. I don't think Virginia Tech is gonna do much in the portal, and I don't think Wake Forest is gonna do too much in the portal.
This is 10, man. This is 10.
So
Yeah, this is 10, man.
so again, a lot can change, but as it currently sits, I think I feel comfortable saying that these we can chalk these up as victories next year. Florida A&M, Ball State, USF, Cal, which is that'd be 4.
Whoa. Oh, you say USF?
Yeah,
South
USF,
Florida?
South Florida.
Mm.
So
Hold on,
Virginia,
let me interrupt you right quick. A quick joke. Let me interrupt you. Well, let me stop you right quick because this is a joke. This has nothing to do, man. We need to make a campaign.
Cane Juice
Was
campaign.
this Blake James? Did Blake James make the schedule? Who in their mind gave us 4 road games? I'm so freaking glad we got a new AD. You can continue. I can't believe this, dog. I swear I hope Blake James never gets a job ever again. Oh,
Hold on.
James,
You said 4 road games starting out?
Dad, we got 4 straight fucking road games.
Oh,
How
I don't think that's on James though.
Yo,
no, what are you talking about? The 4 straight road? Oh, yeah.
at USF, at California, at Georgia Tech, at
Yeah.
Louisville.
But the date is to be announced though.
Yeah, like I don't think that's on James
It's
until
only
you're
it's
incorporating the other teams from the ACC in, so that changes things.
yeah, it's only four games that have dates right now, and that's the first 4, and then after that everything else. Because I gotta think for a second that if we will have to go, it's gonna have to be a bye week before we go to Cal because there's just too much. That's asking too much to turn right back around and play. But that's I say it's too early for that. And that's always never too early to predict next year's schedule. And I'm at least
It is Blake James because remember, you choose the home and home. You choose the home and home, like the Cal, USF, at Florida. Oh my, they're idiots, man. God damn, bro. My bad, guys, but continue.
I'm just I'm just I'm
Idiot.
I'm just naming the teams that I don't think they're gonna make significant strides in the portal.
Mhm.
Now, to the teams that I think are going to make some strides in the portal. Again, I'm excluding Florida again. I think Georgia Tech may be able to do something in the portal. We already see what Louisville is doing in the portal.
Mhm.
I think Manny Diaz is gonna make some things happen at Duke. Mike Norvell, that's where they live at. And I think Syracuse is gonna get a 1-year pop with Cal McCord, and I think Fran Brown's a good recruiter. So I'm not gonna say that again, and I said this on Coach Hayes' show. I said, looking at this schedule, the schedule looked easy. But then I stopped and I said, well, wait a minute. We gotta figure out what's going on in the portal. Guys are going to enter the portal right now, and then they're gonna enter the portal after spring. So this schedule could look a lot more daunting once the dust settles, right? Um, but and for my dog Nassau again, let's put a black cloud over this thing one more time. Hey, what if we lose to Duke next year? What if we? Hey, listen, J Love T. Let me break this down. Me and you, same page. 10 games, but one of them losses against Duke.
I'll take it. That means we beat Florida State. We'll be all right. Fuck that shit. You won't trick me.
So you ain't got no problem losing to
I
man.
don't, man. Listen, I don't give a damn. He don't speak Spanish anyway. I don't give a damn.
Listen. And the game is at home.
I don't give a. Listen to me.
Nah, he
Listen to me. Look me in my eyes,
say that
bro.
now.
I'm looking.
Listen to me, bro.
My eyes a little, they're a little hazy.
Listen to me, bro. I would.
Change you.
If you tell me we have to lose to Duke, but we guaranteed to be Florida State, look me in my eyes. I will take that in a heartbeat. Have you seen Florida fans?
Hold up.
We don't know no Duke fans. Ain't no Duke fans
Hold
coming in our
Let me
chat.
push back on that.
Hey, check.
You
Hold up.
crazy.
Let me say this, QB. These are J Love T's words. They are not in any way associated with what I think.
I will take ownership of it.
Not lose to Duke next year.
Listen, lose to Florida and see what happened. Lose to Florida and see what happened.
Oh,
Hold
you
on
know what?
Lose to Florida and see what happened.
Hold on now.
Lose to Florida and see what happened.
Manny in his first year, he beat FSU.
I don't give a damn.
But he
Listen,
lost to FIU, and we still give him hell for it now.
listen, I don't give a damn. Listen to me. If they try to give us any comeback, I'm like, he don't speak Spanish anyway. Tell him speak Spanish. Tell him talk trash in Spanish, and I'll take him serious.
Hey,
I don't give a damn.
my dog Groove said, hey, if we lose to Duke, Mario need to be fired on the spot.
Man, Groove bullshit, kid. Groove, after this recruiting class, Groove don't mean it. You don't mean that, man. And he almost got his boy from Alabama, the running back, the one that went to Alabama. Groove don't mean that. Listen to me, man.
Hey, I'm just saying. No, but like I said, I wouldn't throw that down. But looking at the schedule though, again, like I say, trying to be, being respectful and understanding the transfer portal is what it is. This schedule could look a lot different than it does today. It really
4
could.
straight road games? That makes no sense. That means from one of those games we can't even go home.
Like I said, I don't know how they're gonna interject this. Like I said, we know the Florida State game is gonna be somewhere in December.
October or November.
Yeah, well, October, November. I'm sorry. Okay, hey, see, Nassau. Now this is black. This is the thunderstorm right here. This is a thunderstorm. Hey, listen, this is a hurricane right here. No pun intended. This is a hurricane right there. Nah, but
Coach Hayes' show will explode. I know that.
Nah, Coach Hayes, I'm telling you, Coach Hayes going to sleep. Ain't no show that ain't no show that day. Ain't no show that day.
man, I don't know. But I don't know. I guess I asked this question right here, and like I said, if y'all ain't got nothing else, man, we can get out of here. But if y'all do, I'm game.
10
But,
wins, it can happen, man. 10 wins. 10 wins gotta happen.
but I'm
10 wins gotta happen. Because dog, look, we won 8 this year, right? And let's be honest, man. In crunch time, they didn't come through. That's the only thing, man. In crunch time, they didn't come through. Hold on, let me go back. They didn't come through, man. Even the Georgia Tech game, to me, that was the most painful loss. It's because on how we lost. They just didn't come through, bro.
You know what? Most people will blame the Georgia Tech loss on TVD, but I can't blame it on TVD because if the safety stays where he's supposed to stay at, we win the game. Simple. So, um,
And he hawked down that receiver when he threw that pick.
yeah, he did.
Oh God.
Yeah, TVD did say that touchdown. He did say that touchdown. Um, Let me ask this question. Who do you guys think is gonna be? Because obviously we saw glimpses of it. Obviously with Riley and Jaden, and Ray Ray got a couple of plays, and then obviously Damari played. But who do you guys think is going to be that fourth guy that's going to join behind Mark Fletcher, Francis, and Bain? Has been like that fourth contributor from that the fourth biggest contributor from that 23 class. Like I said, I got Jay Dwayne here, I got Ray Ray, and I got Riley and Damari. And I'm just saying those guys because those are the guys that seem to got to get the most playing time behind those. But if you could pick one of those guys out of that four, which guy do you think could make the biggest impact next year?
Go first, QB play. I mean,
Out of Jaden Wayne, Ray Ray, Riley, and Damari Brown.
I might.
I'm gonna say Riley Williams, man, because he's a big target tight end. I know it's kind of different, but dog, we need a tight end, man. So he probably is not even ready yet, but I'm gonna throw his ass under the fire, man. Riley Williams, dog. Riley Williams is 1A, and 1B is Achimapong. Jesus Christ.
Oh, okay. So you're going with the X or the I see what I don't know what the word is. Can't just bite.
Yeah,
Outlier.
yeah.
Workforce. He got Ray Ray, Damari, then the rest. Okay. What do you think, QB?
Depends on the QB.
No, man.
QB.
I forgot
I
about
want
Malik Bryan.
I want to say Ray Ray
I'll go
Yeah.
right.
because I just had this feeling that Bashar Smith might not be here next year.
I got that feeling too, but I don't want to say it, but they might convince him to stay.
He might go to Louisville.
Man, Louisville get a quarterback, bro.
That's why I thought TVD was going to go there.
Nah, Phil Luongo, boy. Phil Luongo, boy. They're gonna do numbers.
They should
Yeah,
do numbers.
even Bobby, dog. What's the status on Bobby Washington? That's why, man. I can't wait for this bowl game, man.
I don't know. Bobby logged some. He was able to get a couple. Get some snaps. Coach, let me see. Did I ask this question? No. Somebody asked this question on Coach Hayes' show. They were asking about the guys that could, potentially contribute next year from this class. And like I said, I went with Zaquan. I got Josiah, and I would probably go with maybe one of the defensive linemen or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys see any player from this class potentially having an impact like the three freshmen that we had last year?
I think. Okay, one of the D tackles have to contribute. One of them, whether it's Armando, Justin. So I know that's the obvious, but one of them got to step up into that rotation. And I'm gonna go by what you said. Is Zaquan, and I already know you. You probably said this before, bro. If he's not, if he's that guy, throw him out there. Let him learn early, the same way Cam did. You feel me? Don't slow process it. I like what they did in the transfer portal. Right? They got an older, experienced dude. You get what I'm saying? But if Zaquan is ready, throw him out there. And if he makes those mistakes, we understand. You feel me? Because if things go the right way, he could be the next safety that's gone after 3 years. I don't know if y'all agree with me with that. You feel me? But me is Zaquan, man. Put Zaquan out there and let him learn, dog. Please don't handcuff the man, bro. Please, kid.
I don't want to put all that on the young man plate just yet, but he's an entry. I mean, he has a great opportunity because
Yeah,
the safety room has. I mean, we know for a fact there's no income. There's no guys that's just gonna be penciling in to start. So, I mean, if he's an early enrollee, he's gonna have an opportunity to play. So that's what that is. But like I said, man, if y'all ain't got nothing else, man, y'all got something else.
Not at the moment.
yeah. I forgot about Caleb Spencer. Somebody said Caleb Spencer. Oh, this is heavy. Like I said, man, we deep,
Oh
man.
yeah, Caleb Spencer.
We deep, dog. I'm telling you, man.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah. Hey, but you know what? That's the thing about it though. And it's good, but it's kind of bad at the same time. It's good that we are so deep, but it's kind of bad because like just because of what you just said, we forgot about Caleb Spencer, and Caleb Spencer was a guy that a lot of people were high on, because it was like, hey, look, Brent Venables ID'd this guy and felt like he was a big time player, and we were able to get him. So I mean, it'll it'd be interesting, man. We got a lot of guys on here. Guys get to battle it out. Um, I know Josh Horton is a guy that a lot of people are going to be wanting to see next year because he's going.
Mhm.
Let me see. 247 got him coming in at 6'4", 285. So I'm sure he has to be at least up to 290, 300 now. So, and he had a lot of people were high on him. So I say I'm just looking, kind of going through there. Caleb Spencer was 6'2", 210. So got to expect
Yeah.
to add some weight. Um, but yeah, I'm excited though, man. You know what I mean? I'm excited.
Say less, man. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna let y'all go. Hey,
But I got,
Shad, man. Like I said, thank you for having me, dog. Thank you, man. Appreciate it, man.
yeah. Oh yeah. So I mean, what do you guys best words or whatever like that? We can get out of here.
Go ahead, QB.
10 wins. That's what people say.
Yeah,
I'm just
I stand
waiting.
by it. I stand by it. I stand by it, homie.
Okay. So we standing on 10 wins. So that being said, what did you say? Horton Harrell. Is he talking about Tyler Harrell?
Oh, he got another year? He got another year, Shad?
Man, I don't know.
Think so.
Okay. And y'all crying over JJ? Y'all tripping, man.
I don't know. But anyway, man, like I said, I appreciate y'all guys tapping in. Like I said, we'll try to do this again soon. But that's a good show. Everybody in the chat, man, like, share, subscribe, and comment. And we'll see you again next time. And as always, it is all about the you.
You.
You baby. Thanks so